Football Championship Week on 94.5 ESPN.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin Ultra Soft on the party, this is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. A grip is always soft. It's our party vice. So our chicks feel fly. So everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
We're for Washington. We love Febrez's new scent.
Refresh and energize.
So much we made a song about it.
I can't escape this feeling inside. Refresh and energize. It's a mood, it's a vibe. Breathing for the first time. So free, so alive. Breathe happy for breeze. Smells like paradise. Breathe happy for breeze. La 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 la.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
This Badger Minute brought to you by UW Credit Union. For over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at uwcu.org. The Wisconsin football team and head coach Luke Fickell have made another splash in the transfer portal. Former Arkansas and Cincinnati inside linebacker Jaheim Thomas has announced his commitment to the University of Wisconsin for next season. Thomas led the way for the Razorbacks defense this past season, leading with 90 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks. Jaheim Thomas is quite familiar with Wisconsin head coach Luke Fickell, spending his first 3 collegiate seasons at Cincinnati when Fickell was the head coach.
Badger Minutes on ESPN Wisconsin are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule an appointment online today at PellaWI.com.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
I'm here with Dr. Daniel Holub at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doctor, let's say someone is feeling some pain. That pain, it just will not go away. What's the next thing that person should do?
Get an appointment with one of the specialists at Orthopedic Associates, and we will work through that problem with you.
In your position, you help people get rid of pain. You help them be able to move and be active again. How rewarding is it for you to really see someone regain a certain quality of life?
That's got to be the best part of my job, is seeing somebody that's been struggling either for a short time with a fresh injury or a long time with a degenerative condition, and being able to find a proper solution for them, whether it's just a rehabilitation process or if it's a surgical process, and watching them over the course of weeks to months improve to the point of enjoying life again.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Let's go! That's right, Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, getting you ready for everything Packers, Bears, Sunday. I gotta get my goggles on. I'm Ben Brust. Got some floaties on, some goggles on, some flip-flops on. And alongside me, looking like he's scared of the cold water, because we are jumping in Lake Michigan as a show. As Kyle zips his jacket up.
I'm preparing myself.
That's Kyle Wallace. If the Packers win, we're in Lake Michigan. Say something, Kyle.
I'm preparing myself for a victory on Sunday, which means the Green Bay playoff plunge will be a go. so I need to mentally and physically prepare myself for jumping in Lake Michigan.
That's Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter with the sunscreen on the nose. You're an SPF 50 guy if I've ever looked at one.
Oh, minimum SPF 50. I got SPF 50 plenty on this nose of mine? Nostril of mine. I got the full-on brim straw hat. I'm ready to roll, guys. I mean, I got the guns showing here.
Look at that.
But you can't have too much sunscreen on. I am also ready for the Green Bay Polar Plunge, although I don't think it's going to be as easy as we all think on Sunday afternoon.
I don't like that sort of preview on a day like today where we're getting ready and excited about a victory. 800-990-3776 is the number to get into the show. Also, the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. We're streaming on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. You can see Kyle in a full jacket, Brad with a sleeveless USA nice looking. This is beachwear for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, living in Jacksonville, you got to invest in good beachwear.
You are white, man.
I'm white. I'm really white, and these shoulders, they haven't seen sun.
What are you talking about? You were just in Jacksonville. You take 8 vacations a year.
Yeah, but I mean, still in Jacksonville in December, it's not necessarily like beach weather. We're a little chilly.
That's fair. That's fair. Look. I cannot wait. This is the most excitement I've felt getting ready for some sort of game. Like, I don't care about the national championship football game on Monday. I don't care about any other NFL game Saturday or Sunday. This is not the Super Bowl because it's the Bears Super Bowl. This is the next step in the Jordan Love journey of showing the franchise quarterback that he is and will continue to be moving forward. We do have an early poll question for you to react to on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Are you more nervous or confident for Sunday's game? 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN. Brad, I'll start with you. I did not like your early jittery response to open the show, but how you feeling?
As the Packers started to tick off some wins, right? You got some big wins against the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. Then you faltered a little bit against the Giants and the Buccaneers, but the Carolina Panther win helps. And as you looked at how the landscape was going to be for this Green Bay Packer team, where it's basically, 3 straight wins, then 2 straight wins. When we were looking at the 2 straight wins last week, beat the Vikings and then go beat the Bears. I wasn't too concerned with the Vikings, right? You had quarterback issues. You had a team that was sort of falling flat, not trending in the right direction. I didn't have that much fear about them. That does not characterize how I feel about the Chicago Bears, however. I said even last week on the show and in Green Bay pregame show before the Vikings game that I was more nervous about the Bears game than I was about the Vikings. I even said after the Carolina Panther game that I did not think the Packers were going to make the playoffs because they would beat the Vikings and they would lose to the Bears. I still hold on to my level of concern. I'll give you my game prediction a little bit later in the show, but here's where I'm more nervous than I am confident. Look, guys, this Chicago defense is nasty. They are allowing less than 20 points per game in 5 straight games. No team has scored 20 points on them in 5 straight games. They're leading the league in rushing, 84 yards, so it's going to fall even more on the shoulders of Jordan Love. This team has nothing to lose, everything to gain, and the Packers are the exact opposite. It's the perfect ingredients for an upset.
All right, I'm done with Brad. I'm done with
Brad. I'm not saying
Brad.
it's going to happen, but it makes me nervous.
Kyle Wallace, you are the biggest Packer fan. I'm going to put you ahead of Tori Lowe, man. You don't watch TV or football. You're a disaster to work with and be around when the Packers lose. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling? More nervous or confident?
Listen, fellas, this is uncharted territory for this current form of the Green Bay Packers and my new love in Jordan Love as the franchise quarterback of the Packers. There have been many things and he's faced this season, but he has checked so many boxes and successes throughout this year. But I must admit, I'm anxious and a little nervous for this game, not because I'm afraid of the Chicago Bears. It's just because of the fact that this is a huge game. If you're a fan of the Green Bay Packers, based off this season, based off this team, what is in front of us, you should be a little bit nervous. When we had Aaron Rodgers, I walked around with my chest out and I walked around confidently. Why? because Aaron Rodgers has proven and showed what he can do in clutch moments. That's why I was so confident. I will put money on this game. I still believe the Green Bay.
That's big.
That is.
No.
I mean,
with Aaron Rodgers. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this is the first time that this Green Bay Packers team has this opportunity. And so, yes, I'm a little fearful, but it's not fearful of the defense that you're talking about.
Right.
I'm not fearful of Justin Fields.
Right.
This is just the fear of the unknown that this team has never been in this position. But I'm also excited. So I might be a little nervous. I might be anxious, but I am like a kid who's waiting for Christmas for that big day because this is a huge game and can be a statement game for the Green Bay Packers. So do I fear the Bears? Absolutely not, because the only thing you should fear is fear itself.
800-990-3776. Let's go to Dustin in Waukesha. What do you got? Are you more nervous or are you more confident?
Oh, I'm more confident. I'm the opposite of what the former caller was. Last year, we were afraid. I don't want to say we were afraid going to play Detroit, but we did not have. There was a tendency to be hesitant, right? Now, yeah, we are unknown. We do not know what's going to happen in terms of Jordan Love. This is his first game going into a possible playoff situation. But we got all the weapons. We're going to have two pretty stud tight ends. We got our number one wide receiver. If people want to say that to Watson, but I think I look at the weapons we have on the other side with just...
Go ahead. Hey, you're good. You're good. List off the team. You can say whatever you want.
I feel real good about it.
That's good.
I feel real damn good about it because you know what? We have Jordan Love. Rodgers last year was on his way out. Love is on his way up. This is it.
Thank you, Dustin in Waukesha.
Listen, Dustin said he feel real damn good because he got Jordan Love. That's the energy that I need.
I think we might have to ban Brad Nortman from talking in the first segment after the way he was like, respect the opponent. I'm nervous.
Bumps that opponent, man. I ain't worried. Listen,
you worry about yourself. You don't worry about them. You worry about doing your job.
How about how nervous are you for the Joe Barry defense?
No, see, what are you doing right now?
I'm just saying, these are things you have to think about. This isn't a waltz in there. We can look past the opponent, playoff we go. This is not lowly old Bears.
See, you don't
this
trust
is an NFL team.
See, listen, I trust Jay Love. Y'all, we asked a question yesterday, would you want Jay Love driving down the field in the game or the defense? Here's my mentality. I trust Jay Love to take care of business at all times, but I really trust Jay Love to give us that lead. So I'm not concerned about the Bears defense and with Jay Love because what he has displayed this year, regardless of who was in front of him, especially late in this season, he has been one of the best, if not the best quarterback since week 11 in the NFL. Okay, in the NFL, this might be the best quarterback the Bears have faced in the last 5 games. We're talking about, they're 5-2. Listen, I don't care about that. They ain't faced a J Love. They ain't faced a dude that literally is resilient. He is the epitome. If you look in the dictionary, you look up what resilient is, you will find Jordan Love because that's exactly what he has been.
I was going to ask you what the definition is of resilient, but I'm glad you just said you'll find Jordan Love.
Well, Jordan Love's going to have to be the hero because the defense surely isn't going to. I don't think this Packer team is going to run the ball with a ton of success, so it is going to fall on the shoulders of Jordan Love. That and that alone is the reason why I do think the Packers are going to pull off the win because I do trust in Jordan Love. I do think he is the most capable quarterback. In any given NFL stalemate, the better quarterback tends to win. So I do believe the Packers are going to win, but darn it, I am nervous. I do not think this is going to be an easy game on Sunday, and it could go in a lot of different directions.
800-990-3776. I love Dustin Waukesha's energy and a lot of people on the text line and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison agree. Because look, you have so much in front of you that I'm not trying to look at what the Bears defense have done against crap the last 5 games,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Like Jordan Love, if anything, Jordan Love's test against the Vikings makes me even more confident because that was a team defensively. I don't care who they put out at quarterback. What he did, 4 total touchdowns, 3 passing, 1 rushing, and just looking absolutely electric gives me confidence that, like, again, you could almost look at the Vikings game as de facto playoff game number 1 because you're not in de facto playoff game against the Bears if you don't beat the Vikings. So he rose to the occasion then. That's giving me confidence based off what I've seen last week to feel confident this week.
That boy preaching today. He was on some other stuff yesterday. That boy is preaching today. He put on his little swimsuit and all of a sudden he became the genius. He preaching today. Preach.
There's less pressure last week than this week, though.
No,
for
my
sure.
God.
There was, for sure.
Why was there less pressure last week on the road?
Bigger rivalry at home. This is an actually a playoff game. This is actually the one that gets him in. So there's more build-up for this game than there was last week.
No, last week there was pressure as well.
And honestly, this Bears team is better than the Vikings last week. Wow. For sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll say that too because they started Jared Hall.
Yeah,
it's okay to say.
There was very little fear in
But what Kyle and I are looking at right now is the way that they have gotten to this point, and that is Jordan Love. That is what he did against a good defense, giving up 5 less points per game than they did last year. A defense that pressures and blitzes, and that would normally affect a young and experienced quarterback, but not first-year starter. That is what, Kyle? Resilient. You look it up in the dictionary, you see his beautiful face.
You'll see that.
Let's go to Montreal and Milwaukee. Keep the train rolling. 800-990-3776. More nervous or confident for Sunday, Montreal?
Man, I got to be honest. I'll only be nervous if Justin Fields gets to running around, reminding me of some old school Kaepernick mess. But if they keep him in the pocket, make him beat you throwing. If you make him beat you throwing, you're good. But if he gets to running around, I'm going to get really, really nervous, guys. All right, buddy.
All right, Montreal. Again, he's on the realism side with Brad Nortman. I think Kyle and I would be being more realistic with using what's in front of us.
Exactly.
I'd say that's more nervous energy coming out than, focusing on what the positive has been and how they've gotten to a position. The Bears didn't get in a position to go make the playoffs. Mm-hmm. The Bears got to a position to play in a Super Bowl to end the Packers season. The Packers are still, in my opinion, playing for more and are playing with a little bit more less fear than they were last year against the Lions because it already felt like a bad season heading into the Lions game at home at Lambeau. Here, you're playing with that young energy, not worried. We're going to continue on the path, do what we've been doing. We got here doing that. Don't change a thing other than contain Justin Fields, which I do think is valid. 800-990-3776 on the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. Appleman in the Orchard chimes in. He says, a little bit nervous, but remember, guys, Rodgers is the one that chokes in these games. Appleman pruning apples. And that's another good point. We're gonna get you guys thinking of all of Packerland, trying to think of what the last victory in Lambeau Field that was like a really, really big moment. And believe it or not, it's hard to think about, and you don't want to think about. And I would love for Jordan Love to be the one to have that game that we're like, well, remember when the first-year quarterback had his opportunity against the Bears, against a rival to go to the playoffs? He delivered. Let's go to Josh in Oregon. Josh, bring the heat.
Yeah, I got to agree with the couple other callers on here that it's all about if we can contain Justin Fields running the ball. And I'm a little bit nervous only because Justin Fields is the one playing for a contract and trying to be part of this organization. So he's got a lot on his plate. He's actually going to be playing for this
I agree
game.
with you, Josh, but you know who else is still playing for a contract? Jordan Love. Like you can help go from $45 million annually, and I'm not even joking, to $50 million annually in your first opportunity to go to the playoffs in your first season and on a 325 game where a lot of the world will be watching. I think this is a huge chance for him to make more money if he plays well against this Bears defense that everyone's scared of.
Just easier to do well if you're Justin Fields against the Joe Barry defense.
Let Josh go. I'm sick of your negativity.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, well, look what you did. Look what you did.
I was supporting him. I was supporting our caller.
Josh to drop off with that negative
I was supporting
energy.
him.
Listen,
you and I are on the same page.
Here's my whole thing: is that you believe in the Bears defense more so than you believe in the Green Bay Packers.
More than Jordan Love.
More than
I didn't
Jaden
say
Reed.
that.
More than your guy.
I don't care what you said. We're telling you what we feel.
I said the exact opposite. I said Jordan Love is the reason this team is going to win, and he's the only reason. He needs to come out and have a baller game because I don't see this defense doing what they need to do to really slow them down. There's one thing that I think the defense can capitalize on.
What is that?
We're going to wait for call your shot. We're going to wait for 1 hour from right now when we call our shots on the game. There is one thing I think the defense can do to help square that. But look, I think this is going to have to be Jordan Love's best game of the year in order for them to come out and win.
800-990-3776. We'll take your calls and your texts. We're on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. We are dressed up in swimsuits. Kyle has a jacket on with a fur hood. Brad has a sleeveless tank on with sunscreen on his nose because guess what? I guess I didn't say myself. I got floaties on. I got flip-flops on, which nobody wants to see my toes, but we are jumping in Lake Michigan next week. If the Packers do win this game and make the playoffs, we pledge that and we will follow through. So join us on YouTube, see our dumb outfits, and also get engaged in any way possible. We'll be back. I want to keep hearing. I want to keep the energy going. And I want to hear more from Kyle because I did not like anything that Brad said in the first segment. Let's go. Next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
The fact that I, within a month and a half, would have an opportunity to have Sierra thinking about me, oh my goodness. I signed up to be with y'all, but I will happily be with Sierra.
All right, take it easy. Put it in the pants. Put it in the pants.
Stop it. Not that type of happy.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Any prediction for the game on Sunday?
Probably about 59-0.
Wow! What are you talking? You must really hate the Bears.
Doesn't everybody?
Based on luck.
The Bears still suck.
The Bears still suck.
Green Bay Game Day live from the shadow of Lambeau Field with Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Tori Lowe, and Jason Wilde. Green Bay Game Day kicks off our coverage Sunday starting at noon, right here on 94.5 ESPN.
Like they say, the Bears still suck.
Hey, it's Gary Olson here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? No matter the season, rain, snow, or shine, Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is open for you. A top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. Just $35 an hour gets you a round and puts that summer feel back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, the voice of Green Bay football. You know, fans count on me to make the right call every time, and I can continue to do that thanks to Summit Eye Care of Wisconsin. When my vision began to drift, my eye doctor said Summit Eye Care was the best place to go. Using the latest adjustable implants, the doctors at Summit were able to fine-tune my vision. In fact, my vision is now the best it's ever been. Summit Eye Care was the right call to help me see all the action on game days.
To schedule an appointment at one of their locations, visit summitiwi.com. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Packers take on the Chicago Bears Sunday in a win and in playoff scenario. Last season, Green Bay lost their regular season finale to the Lions, which kept them out of the postseason. However, quarterback Jordan Love says this team isn't using that loss in Week 18 last year as motivation this time around.
I don't think we need to use that. I think this team is motivated enough, the situation we have to get into the playoffs and how bad we want that. With the season we've had, the bumps along the road, put ourselves in position.
It's the Packers and Bears Sunday from Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for 3:25.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything. Now, hear us out. If your usual brunch cocktail sounds like a Tito's Bloody Mary stacked with garnishes is more like Tito's. Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain. Call QC Kinetics right now and make 2024 the year that you are back living normal life again. Hey, this is Brad Nortman. QC Kinetics can give you your life back. They are the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These all-natural treatments can repair and restore that damaged tissue, giving you pain-free movement again. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients around the country. People who had knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, who are able to get lasting relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. If you have pain from an old injury or pain associated with arthritis, you need to check this out. The future of medicine is here. Regenerative treatments from QC Kinetics. Make the call now so you can get the most out of 2024. Get back to doing what you love. And don't forget, you can use your HSA and FSA funds. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Call 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Again, 414-285-3474.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Packers, Bears on Sunday. Win and you're in. Jordan Love statement game. Jordan Love moment. First one of many. I think that's fun to say. No matter what happens, got our guy. But I tell you what, I really do believe, as one of our callers said, well, I'm worried about Justin Fields because he's playing for his contract. Jordan Love's playing for a bigger contract, in my opinion. Am I right, Kyle?
No, at the end of the day, we're talking about playing for a contract. Listen, Justin Fields is who he is. This is year number 3. You understand, he could try to be better than what he is, but he ain't. Because if he wanted to, he would practice and practice and practice and be better. But Justin Fields is who he has shown to us to be. And so I don't know.
And I hope we say he is what we thought he is.
But no, so all of a sudden you think he's going to turn into Superman on Sunday? Come on now. Dude ain't Cam Newton. Dude is Justin Fields. And all he is a okay quarterback that can use his legs but is inaccurate and can't throw downfield very well.
You know who's a pro at turning quarterbacks into superheroes, though?
I hate you right
Joe
now.
Barry.
I hate you.
Seriously. I mean, I get no pleasure out of saying any of this, right? I get no pleasure out of my gut telling me I'm nervous. I want the Packers to win. I think they are going to win. But this is not going to be some easy, oh yeah, we got this. Let's start thinking about the playoffs. This is an improved Bears team, and there are some flaws in this Packer team that might be fatal.
800-990-3776. Are you more confident or are you more nervous for Sunday's game? You can see us on YouTube. Brad has a wonderful tank on with sweet glasses. And if I've ever met anybody in the world that looks like an SPF 50 sunscreen guy, it is Brad, who has the whitest, reddest arms of all time.
Is that strong? Is SPF? Is that
SPF 50 is 50 very strong. I think you turn whiter if you wear SPF 50.
Yeah, I don't even mess with 30. 50 is my floor. Give me that 50 or more.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've been known to throw on 70.
Oh.
Why
they're 70?
They're 70.
Oh, you must be ghostly.
Kyle, you're not a sunscreen guy, right?
I'm trying to be sunscreen because though I have a lot of melanin in me, it will not block the sun rays. So I'm trying to.
Hilsey chimes in as he mentioned Brad is ready for his 2028 trip to Bora Bora that he's already packed for. Again, get involved. Are you more confident or nervous? And again, I don't even think I've answered because
you have.
Yeah,
not.
what are you, Ben?
You went at Brad because Brad just he was negative. Kyle Brust and negative Brad.
Yes, whoever on YouTube said that. It's Kyle Brust and negative today. KBN. I'm gonna say I'm nervous, but more of like an anxious, excited nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like a nervous like we're going to lay an egg. It's a nervous of like, I can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I hate noon games in a big spot. Like, I think this is a perfect 3:25 game, but that's another 3 hours and 25 minutes that you got to wait when you see the first kickoff on Sunday. And there's NFL football tomorrow, and I don't care about it. I just want to get to 3:25, and I want to see what I believe in Jordan Love showing in the biggest moment of the season. He is who we think he is versus Justin Fields, who we know what we think he is. Let's go to Damien in West Bend. Damien, welcome into Kyle Brust Nortman. Are you more nervous or confident?
I'm more confident, man.
Love it.
I got 2 points, I guess. One is everyone keeps comparing this to last year when we were a downtrodden, depressed team in a must-win situation. Where this year, we're a young team excited for their chance to get into the playoffs against not the 11-5 Detroit Lions coming up. The Bears are still 2 years out from being that type of team.
Powerful.
And the other thing that I think is that everyone's kind of ignoring Jair. Jair doesn't want to lose his job to a seventh-round pick. He's going to come out and he's going to ball out and shut down DJ Moore.
I actually think that last point's very, very interesting.
Agree.
Thank you for the call, Damien. It's going to go two of which ways. It's going to go that way, or he's going to shut down because something doesn't go his way. But, like, I don't know, man. Based off his media availability, it feels as if he's going to bring it. And everyone needs to bring it because this is a playoff game, and you need everyone on this roster, all 53, to be connected in every which way because you don't win we'll call it a playoff game. You don't win a game like this if everyone's not going in the same direction. And if there's ever a time for Jair, who has been a problem in the locker room, to be in the same direction, it better be Week 18.
I actually do believe that Jair is a dude. He's a player. We know that. He can bring it. And the minute you're a competitive player and you get that kind of resistance, you get pushed up against and prove it kind of mentality, boy, I think that's the time you thrive. I think Jair is going to play and play well.
KBN Nation chiming in, 800-990-3776. The biggest thing the Bears are going to win is a better draft spot. I love that. That was Chris from the 262. We got Mitch in the 414. I'm not concerned about the Bears beating the Packers. I am worried about the Packers losing the game. That's Mitch in Milwaukee. Interesting perspective, I guess.
Yeah, because the team that can beat the Packers is the Packers. That's the big thing with this week. And why I'm nervous, but I feel good, is because of what the Packers were able to do last week. And I understand this defense is not to be trusted whatsoever. But the guys that had big games last week, like a Preston Smith, I like that type of thing.
Big game Preston.
I like when a veteran who's been there before has an opportunity in a game like that and he shines. And that's what I look forward to this week, is because, listen, this is an evenly, somewhat matched up game. We're not playing a juggernaut offense. Our defense is more than capable in creating pressure and stopping the Chicago Bears. That's why I don't feel like you should be super nervous about this game in the negative way, thinking Justin Fields is going to run all over us. Again, their offense is not that good. Like I said yesterday, you have a stoppable force versus a movable object going against each other. They're both not great. Who's going to be a little bit better? And I think the Green Bay Packers, just because
J Love.
Leadership, J Love, but on defense, I trust Preston. I trust Rashawn. And I trust Kenny Clark.
We've gotten at Matt LaFleur at different times. Obviously, myself, I had a Matty Mouse voice, but like he's been here before. You know what I mean? Coach Eberflus, right? I don't even want to mention a Bears coach's name.
He's a loser.
Exactly. Chris in O-Town chimes in. He's our official infidelity victim of KBN Nation. He's 100% confident. We don't have a bad quarterback, and the Bears perform as well as my ex-wife's lawyer in court. Terribly. Packers by 18. Chris in O-Town, baby.
Oh, wow. Man won
Strong.
in the divorce court, huh?
I mean,
oh wow! She must have.
Do you not know the story? I mean,
I know she must have dogged him.
Yeah,
it must have been a cheater situation. He was caught on film.
Chris in O-Town famously. We'll revisit this. He's the infidelity victim for a reason. His best friend cheated on his wife.
Cheated with his wife.
Yes, there you go.
Oh wow,
that's harsh.
Wow,
did they get caught? So he caught him.
Oh,
caught him in action.
If I know Chris in O-Town, he caught him.
Oh wow.
That's harsh.
And maybe we caught the Bears at the right time, just like Chris in O-Town's wife.
And here's the thing. I don't know why anybody would be confident in the Chicago Bears. When you think about it, right, it is the Chicago Bears. What have they done to make you feel confident that the Bears can go to Lambeau in a game that matters for the Packers and ruin their season?
Hey, Kyle, hit me with those stats again. I don't have them on hand, but I'm sure you got them in the noggin.
The Green Bay Packers have won 9 straight games against the Chicago Bears. The Green Bay Packers have won, I believe, 13 of 15 games at Lambeau against the Chicago Bears. And I believe it's 13 of 14 games the Packers have won they've won 13 of the last 14 games against the Bears. I'm just telling you, but just not even the Packers' dominance. What have the Bears done? Last year, we're talking about last season, which, like the caller said, downtrodden Green Bay Packers team. But this year, when you think about it, that Lions team was a team that was ascending. This Chicago Bears team is not ascending. We should not be afraid of the Chicago Bears like that.
They're playing their best football right now.
But against, like, really, though?
They are, though.
They're playing their best football, but are they a good football team?
They're okay. Which is enough to scare me. And it's not necessarily due to the Bears, it's due to the Packers, right? We talked about yesterday, what's their identity? One of the words I used was immaturity. And immaturity can come out in a lot of different ways. It primarily comes out in inconsistency. This team, maybe there's some teams they can't beat, like Ravens and 49ers. They can beat 30 teams, 29 teams in this league. No problem. They're that talented and that good. They can also lose to darn near any team as well. So it's less
they proved
about
that with the Carolina Panthers, but they got the win.
It's less about the Bears and more about which team shows up Sunday. I'm confident Jordan Love is going to come out and do his thing, and he's going to need to because they have just enough weaponry to make me nervous.
Well, here's the thing. We need everybody to be there and engage because we know our great friend from the South of ESPN 1000, David Kaplan, he joined us, and if you missed that, you can listen back on Wisconsin On Demand. He's a meathead, and he's in a Bears jersey in Lambeau Field, and I need everyone to sign up for this if you have not, and that is the official ride to Green Bay. Get your tickets to the bus service that has private restrooms and all-you-can-drink packages. There's still room, limited. Get in these buses now. It's an amazing experience. I've done it twice this season. You don't have to worry about driving up. You don't have to worry about driving back. And you get a round-trip ride with access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your game day experience a VIP when you use promo code ESPN20 off. Real quick, ESPN20 off, and it will get you some deals. Check it out at golfwanakey.com, milwaukeebroadhouse.com. You're listening to Kyle Bruston-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Mo from Illinois, very, very quick, please, before we get to Rob Demovsky.
Hi, gentlemen. I just want to make a quick comment. I see a lot of people nervous on Twitter all week, but let us remember that the Bears will always suck. They've always sucked. They always will. They haven't won in Lambeau Field since 2015.
That's logic, Brad.
Justin Fields is athletic. Yeah, and Justin Fields' athletic ability is scary, don't get me wrong, but the Packers could contain him. Quay Walker is going to be a huge
Quay didn't play against the Giants. I like that. Mo, we got to keep rolling. I like the points. We'll get to Rob Demovsky coming up next. We'll keep the vibes rolling. Are you more confident or nervous? Plus, what 2 words will Rob Demovsky describe the Packers' identity? That's next.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
And I said, it just came out. I said, are y'all going to talk the whole show like this? Good for you. For the next 25 minutes, all they said was they started ribbing me. Oh, you going to clap like that the whole time? You going to laugh like that the whole time?
No.
You going to lean back like that the whole time? Why don't y'all go sit over in the open seats?
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hey, trailblazing business owners, tired of blending into the background? It's time to turn up the volume and make your mark with a podcast that screams, we're here, and we mean business. Podcast Plus gives your brand the opportunity to join the podcast revolution. It's time to show that you and your company are the experts by creating engaging content that captivates and entertains. Head to mynewpodcast.com and connect with experts to create a podcast that will allow you to connect with your audience on a personal level, so you can break through all the noise. Plus, we offer professional script writing, pre- and post-production, graphic design experts for a captivating page, and distribution on all major platforms. All this produced from our state-of-the-art studios. Sign up today at mynewpodcast.com, or for more information and to get a free consultation with a podcast expert, call 888-324-0035. That's 888-324-0035. Enhance your brand with your own podcast today and reach new clients 24/7. Call 888-324-0035. That's 888-324-0035. Or sign up now at mynewpodcast.com.
Smoking hot deals just keep coming with quick hot savings from Quick Trip. And right now we're cooling off with $2.99 a gallon Nature's Touch milk. All 1 gallon, 2%, 1%, and skim Nature's Touch milk, just $2.99. Hey, looking to make that perfect movie night milkshake? Or how about making those morning waffles extra fluffy? Our fresh, straight from our dairy Nature's Touch milk is on sale and ready for your fridge. Quick hot savings from Quick Trip. Yeah, we're here to save you some moolah.
What's better than free? How about play free all year? This January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in reward play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games to earn prize drawing entries. Then stop by each Thursday night in January to see if you're a winner. $400,000 in prizes is up for grabs. Over 40 winners each week. Yeah, free is for me. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here. You know, I've played sports my entire life, been hurt a lot of times, but never had been injured until I had to stop doing the sports I enjoyed because my knee flat wouldn't allow it. I visited Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, where they took great care of me. I put my knee in their doctors' capable hands, and now I'm back in the gym, carrying my golf bag, pain-free for 18 holes, and playing tennis as often as I like with no issues. I'd recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin to anyone. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, founder of Right Choice Tax Resolution, and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. Why do so many people live years with back tax problems? You didn't file one year because you were sick or thought you couldn't pay. Then next year you didn't file again. Soon you think you can't file. You do things that don't make sense or may be illegal. Don't bury your head in the sand and hope the problem will go away. It will only get worse unless you make the right choice and step up to get them off your back. Do you want your paycheck garnished, a lien on your house, your passport revoked, or your bank account wiped out? We help reduce or eliminate penalties, negotiate payment plans, and file back tax returns. My latest book has advice on what to do to avoid trouble with the IRS. Make the right choice. Go to rightchoicetax.us to book a call or in-person meeting right now. We know you want to take the first step in getting the IRS off your back so you can live again. That's rightchoicetax.us.
Join the Brewers at the all-new Winter Warm-Up Fan Event Saturday, January 13th. See your favorite Brewers players in a fun-filled live show and get early access to purchase opening day tickets. Don't miss out on the fun. Get tickets now at brewers.com/winter warmup.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I'm Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, huge Packer fan next to me, the heartbeat of the show, longtime NFL punter, Brad Nortman here with us. We're getting you ready. Good vibes only, unless your name's Brad Nortman. It's actually KBN. Kyle Bruston Negative, as YouTube pointed out, which I love. And if you aren't on YouTube, check out the outfits, because these are what we're jumping in Lake Michigan with if the Packers win on Sunday.
You know what?
You're taking your jacket off?
Listen, I'm feeling
You get more confident.
I'm feeling good. You know what? I got to get my body ready, and I think I may go in without a jacket. So I'm taking off a layer because I got to get myself ready for that plunge.
Brad Nortman looks like a guy who wears SPF 50, and he is wearing SPF 50.
You know it.
That's at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. Kyle, keep your shirt on. Joining us now on the ESPN Wisconsin Talking Text line is Rob Demovsky of ESPN. Rob, have you had a chance to check out the outfits at all? If not, you're missing out.
Oh, no, I saw it. I thought maybe Kyle was just getting ready to go skiing or something, or snowboarding.
It's a lot of fear. I was nervous.
Kyle, we don't want to lose you, Kyle. That jacket looks like it could weigh a person down.
You know,
so
I thought about that.
Please take that off before you jump in.
I'll have one of those donuts ready to throw to him if he's sinking.
Thank you so much. I just took the jacket off because you're absolutely right, Rob.
Rob, we've been doing a lot of discussion, obviously, around this game, but let's start, which got a little heated yesterday. Kyle thinks we're crazy. We'll see where you land on this. We'll put it at 4 points, right? Down one score. Would you rather be down one score with Jordan Love with the ball, or down one score, Justin?
You can stop.
Yes.
You can
See,
stop
thank you.
Wait,
I don't want to lose to let Rob talk.
Let him finish. Rob, let him finish.
I just actually said this to actually a Division I college basketball assistant coach who happens to be a big Packers fan was texting me, and I said, if they need to get a stop to win the game, I don't like their chances. If they have to go down the field on a drive to win the game, I like their chances.
I like it.
Powerful.
Okay, all right, Rob.
Kyle, you coming around?
No, Brian Bulaga said, "Give me the lead," so I'm not listening to anybody.
Oh, wow! So you hear that, Rob? After all of the work you've done the last 30 years covering football, growing your resume, Kyle just doesn't care. He's going to trust the player because you've never played.
Hey, that's you know what? That's his perspective, his prerogative.
Wait a minute, Rob. Don't let him make you feel like I said that, because I did not say that. Because you got Rob not liking me. Rob's my guy. No, I didn't say that, Rob.
You're agreeing with Bulaga, and you can ask Brian this over the years. He and I have not always agreed.
Perfect. I think it's very fitting. Rob Demovsky joins us here on a Friday, normally a Wednesday. Quick aside, I have no idea when you play Wisconsin Lutheran High School, but I hope your team loses.
It's part of the playoff impact, but so it's De Pere, Wisconsin Lutheran, a week from tomorrow night, which is Wild Card Weekend.
Oh.
So I'm trying to figure out. I'm kind of hoping that they play at Detroit on Sunday or Monday, so I can go to
that's positive.
De Pere, Wisconsin Lutheran game, and then just if I have to hop in the car for a Sunday game, fine, I can get there and then fly home, fly back. Or if it's a Monday game, then I got no problem and I leave Sunday anyway. If it's at Dallas, I guess I'll be probably streaming that game from my hotel room.
I'll go for you if that happens. How about that?
I've got tickets, so you can use mine if I'm not.
Cool, man. We'll use them. Hopefully you can go, but I'll use them too. That's okay.
Also another thing we've threaded is 2 words to describe the Packers' identity this season.
2 words to describe. Boy, this is like a Mad Libs game.
Heck yeah.
two words to describe it. Promising start, and I say that by promising start to the Jordan Love era.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
that's
I was gonna kick you off the air actually. If it was just like, and it's gonna end poorly.
Rob, a lot of parallel.
No, regardless of what happens, then promising start to the Jordan Love era. That's why I went with that.
I like that. Put a guy with an expansive vocabulary on the spot like that. That's what you're going to get out of Rob Demovsky. A lot of similarities and parallels have been made between this season and last season with how this has all come up, right? Game at Lambeau, division opponent with nothing to lose for a chance to get in the playoffs, win, and you're in. Describe the difference in the locker room, though, this season versus last season as this game is leading up to Sunday.
Yeah, most of those
That's a
guys
great
don't
question.
care. Jordan Love, Brad, had nothing to do with that game last year. Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, those guys weren't here. I think for the majority of the young people, the young guys on this team, it's a zero factor. Now, for a guy like Aaron Jones, a guy like Elton Jenkins, a guy like Jair Alexander, if he indeed is playing and is dialed in, like these guys know, as I'm sure you did, that you can't not take advantage of these situations when they come up. However, I think making the playoffs, and I said this to Wilde and Tausch this morning, to me making the playoffs is more about so next year when you are a legitimate favorite, then you have this experience already banked, right? Like I liken it to the 2009 season here when Rodgers in 08 they don't make the playoffs, they go 6-10. 09 they get in, they get beaten overtime at Arizona. But it was like, all right, now they have a year of playoffs under their belt, and then the next year they get in, and we all know what happened in the 2010 Super Bowl run. But it's just, I think that's why I think winning this game is almost more important for the following years than it is this year. Not saying that they can't go on a run, because I do think they can win a game, and then you never know what happens in the matchups if somebody upsets somebody, and you go from there. But I just think that for let's say they. Worst case scenario, they don't win and they don't get in, and then say they go 11-6 or 11 and whatever it is. I can't count that. I can't add to 17. They win 11, 12 games next year, and they're in the playoffs. But now they're having to answer questions. Well, this is your first time in the playoffs, that kind of storyline. By making the playoffs this year, that's already taken care of. If they win, and then next year when they have which I fully expect them to be, one of the favorites or, at least the favorite to win this division next year. They've already had that playoff experience. It was sort of the same thing in the 90s when they could never get past Dallas. They couldn't get it over the hump. They couldn't get over the hump in the playoffs. And then, they finally do. They didn't have to play Dallas in 96. But it's like you need those scars. You need those experiences, to be able to move on. And I realize not every team is going to have the same players back every year, but for the bulk of this team and the important players and coaches, they're going to be here next year. So to build on that with a playoff appearance is huge.
Rob Demovsky of ESPN joins us here, getting everything ready for the Bears and Packers on Sunday. It is Kyle Bruston-Nortman, and we turn it over to Kyle, who's beefing with Rob Demovsky.
Well, I'm not beefing, Rob. You gave me my feels right now because now you got me having my vision, right? I'm envisioning what the future could look like, and that's why I think this game on Sunday is more important than the playoff game because, like you said, it gives you that experience. It kind of accelerates that timeline. But in order to win on Sunday, do the Packers need Jair to play well? That's the big question. Do you believe that Jair has actually learned his lesson from last week?
Well, yeah, that part. The second part of it with Jair, who knows? He definitely, said the right things in his session with us on Wednesday. I don't know that necessarily translates to how he actually feels.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it? You've been around Jair for a while. Did you feel it?
Yeah, I felt like Jair knew he had to get up there and say what he did. Like he had to do it. He maybe didn't want to do it, but that's what he had to do. And sometimes just doing it, even if you don't want to act a certain way, is just as good as doing it if you want to. I don't, But here's the thing: I don't know that they necessarily have to have him at his best to win this game because other than DJ Moore, who do they have? Right? Like, who do the Bears really have as a second weapon? Mooney, I don't think is playing, right? Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, and I see that their cornerback, Jalen Johnson's doubtful.
Jalen Johnson's doubtful, even though he's been saying all week that he was going to play. But, like, you think about the Tampa game, right? With Mike Evans, so much focus on Mike Evans, and then
Chris Godwin.
Godwin beats him. I don't know that there's a Godwin in this game, and I think that's you don't necessarily have to have Jair playing at his best, because maybe you have Valentine lock up Moore, and I just don't think this is as dangerous a team. However, I mean, Cole Kmet, is a weapon, but you're obviously not going to have
I'm so scared.
But Rob, if Jair, we talked about this earlier this week. We know Jair has been a net negative for the Green Bay Packers this year, but don't you think on Sunday he can be a net positive just having him out there? He's a gamer, right?
You'd think so, but when's the last time
he's starting to sound like Brad Nortman over here, this Rob.
When's the last time you walked away from a game and said, man, Jair, he was unreal today? I just feel like, anecdotally, I feel like it's been a while without looking through his game logs.
He's a Pro Bowler, so.
Is it mental or physical, though, Rob, with Jair, or both?
I don't know that he's been the same since the shoulder injury in 2021, Brad. So I guess I don't know that could be a physical thing that has turned into a mental thing, possibly. But I don't know that he's been the same since that injury.
Well, Rob, how about this? Before we let you go, you got to let us know why you would be most positive that the Green Bay Packers pull it off on Sunday.
Well, I think a couple reasons. One, I just don't think the Bears have really. I know they beat the Lions, and that's in this stretch. But you look at the rest of their wins. I mean, who have they really beaten? Right? Like nobody overly impressive. And I just think too many things have fallen the Packers' way for them to have this opportunity where they don't have anybody else to blame but themselves. Like it's only them now. They don't need any other help. And I think when you can go into a game and you're sort of freed up, and that I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have to worry about what's happening in Seattle or what's happening with the Rams or the 49ers or any of these other teams. Just go play. And I think that, to me, if I were playing, that would be a freeing feeling. And one where I could just go out and just say, hey, we're going to get it done. And that's, kind of going back to Brad's physical or mental thing. To me, that's the mental part of the game. And when you're in week 18 and you've been through this grind, I was actually just talking to Eric Stokes in the locker room about, he's not playing, obviously, but he's like, man, it is such a long season. And so, it almost doesn't matter, from a physical preparation standpoint what you do, but from a mental standpoint, I think that's where, in week 18, that's where games are won and lost. And for me, this team does seem like it's in a pretty good mental frame of mind. I mean, the locker room was really loose this afternoon. There were guys playing this shadow boxing game, which I was trying to figure out how you do it. There was a bunch of guys in the locker room doing that. So,
you ain't never shadow box?
Not exactly the way this was. You're supposed to mimic the other person's move. Is that how Yeah, if it were me, Kyle, I probably would have just punched the guy in the face.
No.
Let him know.
Probably on accident, because he does not control them hands. Rob Demovsky.
So, I do think this team's in a pretty good spot, though. I really do. From a mental standpoint, I think they're in a pretty good spot.
Rob Demovsky of ESPN. He will join us next Wednesday. We hope on the right foot, getting him ready for whatever way he can get to his son's high school basketball game and the Packers' victory. Thanks, Rob.
All right, guys. We'll be seeing you. Have a great weekend.
That's Rob Demovsky of ESPN. And real quick, I do want to point out one thing that he said that I think affected the Green Bay Packers last year, even though it was supposed to work in their favor. You know how the game at 3 o'clock that Seattle won affected the Lions not making the playoffs? That quick turnaround mentally changes a lot. All week, they've been able to prepare mentally, knowing that they're winning, they're in, right? And that knowing that the opponent can't get in. They know this week, for the entire week, the Bears aren't getting in, it's up to them. And nothing around matters other than this game. There was more distractions last year. Stay focused. And I like this from Ryan McGuanago. As we said, 2 words to say what the Packers' identity is this season. They coming. I like that. We'll be back. More Kyle Bruston Nortman. Woohoo!
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
No, some of those things I say act like I think I'm something that I'm not.
I mean, you can say, listen, I'm finna do this show here from 5 to 6.
I'm finna do the shot.
The Homer Hour finna be lit from 5 to 6.
No, I'll never say that again.
It rolls, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. It's not me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
What the hell happened to Bucky on your hat?
Football Guy.
A lot of wear and tear for old B.
Coming at it from different views.
I'm just saying he's well worn. I mean, his face is missing. Okay, well, it's probably time for me to freshen that up. Bucky wants to flip you off right now.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at Bucks.com/tickets. That's Bucks.com/tickets.
Homer here. There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. She wants a diamond. You know it, I know it, and Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge selection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $9.99? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. $9.99 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Oh, baby! Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and Brookfield. Why overspend when you can save at Robert Hack Diamonds for the same diamond you're looking for? Better for less. Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it. Robert Hack also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. They got some of mine. Remember, before you do anything, call Robert Hack Diamonds. Visit RobertHackDiamonds.com for information, RobertHackDiamonds.com, and visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything. Now, hear us out. If your usual brunch cocktail sounds like a Tito's Bloody Mary stacked with garnishes is more like Tito's. Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Check out our brand new Hyundai dealership, one of the largest in the Midwest.
Step inside of our state-of-the-art showroom where you can view our new Hyundai models and some of our finest certified pre-owned.
We've also expanded our service center, staffed by our factory-certified technicians.
And right next door, we've started construction on our all-new Genesis of Waukesha dealership.
But we're not just building walls, we're building careers.
So if you're looking for a career with great benefits and opportunity for growth, Boucher is the place for you.
At Boucher, we ride with you every mile.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for happy backyard birds. And we mean everything. Like over 100 different types of wild bird foods and bird feeders. This week, get a 25-pound bag of black oil sunflower wild bird food for just $13.99. Plus, join us Saturday, January 13th at 9 a.m. to build and decorate a free birdhouse with your kids. Create family memories and find what you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm.
Q Club of Wisconsin is your hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
Gary, we have so much going on. We're still the place to be on game days to catch the green and gold. Book a holiday party in our VIP room, which includes a private pool table, 2 shuffleboard tables, and 4 dartboards. Plus, we got great live music every Saturday night. And of course, we've got our fish fry on Wednesdays and Fridays, where you know we pile it high.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Check out QClubofWisconsin.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Baby, winning you're in. Jordan Love's statement game. He's going to get more money if they win, and I stand by that. He's probably at anywhere 45 to 48 million. I think if he wins this game in his first season, when he's due for an extension, you give the man $50 million annually. Kyle Wallace, you agree?
Listen,
I know you're scared about the dollars.
Yeah, I am scared about the dollar. I do want to build a team around Jordan Love, and if you give him every penny, then you're crunching pennies for other people. But yeah, I mean, pay the man whatever he's worth. Pay him. If it's $50 million, and give him 50.
You know why I know that he is able to take that contract and he deserves it? Is because he's able to play at this level with a bunch of other dudes that are making nothing. Because that is what's going to happen. Whenever you pay your quarterback, like I think about the 49ers with Brock Purdy, at some point they're going to have to pay him. They're not going to be able to afford the Deebo Samuels and the Christian McCaffreys. So he's going to have to be throwing to guys making less. Jordan Love is already doing that. He's proving that his skill set is translatable to young dudes. Dudes that's making no money, you have to do that with a franchise quarterback.
Imagine when he gets his own like true number one weapon, not one developing right. I love the development of the wide receivers, but imagine. Yeah. Right? If he gets his number one with these ascending young guys, that would be dangerous.
Are you afraid it would become a thing like Devontae Adams where Aaron Rodgers is force feeding it to certain guys?
No, because he's already proven that he'll throw it to anybody.
Well,
but Malik Heath, a random name who misses a catch, goes right back to him. Right? That's a good thing to see already in a young quarterback. He's not although we did see the Christian Watson over-targeting early in the season.
But I will say, Jordan Love's personality doesn't seem like somebody that will just pander to whoever the number one guy is. It's not his personality, not like Rodgers. The only thing that I think could get in the way of that is if you have a guy who's sort of a loudmouth.
Oh, come on now. Sparky Zach chimes in and he goes, $50 million. Like, you're crazy. I'm hearing this. It's the going rate. Like especially after Daniel Jones, who's not even going to be the quarterback for his team, got a 4-year 160. If you look at the market, he's going to. I think he'll settle anywhere from 45 to 50 in that range, due to how the quarterback market continues to grow. The cap will be going up, and you just got to lock the guy in because, again, if you don't, he's on a contract next year where it's a low base salary, and he's only going to be making money off the incentives of his play this year. You got to extend him when he's eligible, and you got to get him what he's due. And if you don't, he'll be worth even more if he continues on this trajectory.
And that's what people have to understand is that the market sets itself. And right now, where the market's at, 4 years from now, 50 won't be like, wow.
You might be on YouTube at ESPN Madison. You might be on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Or you might be listening and just thinking, why do they have crazy amounts of energy? Well, this game's huge. And Brad Nortman's in a tank. He's got SPF 50 on his nose. Apparently he's getting a headache.
Yeah, it's very strong scent. A headache is growing. I forgot what it's like to wear this strong of sunscreen.
I've never heard of somebody getting a headache from sunscreen, but here we are today. I'm in floaties because if the Green Bay Packers win, we jump in Lake Michigan. And Chris, this stemmed from a call, I believe it was Mo from Illinois, who likes to predict everything different each week, which I'll call him out for. But this was one of his finer predictions in which he said they're going to beat the Lions and the Chiefs. And I was like, based off what we've seen, I just can't believe that. Here's how we got to this point right now.
Look, crazier things have happened, Ben. Crazier things have happened.
I'm done.
I'm not in the Packers are going to the playoffs.
Hear Brad out is next, and I didn't want to scrap it, but we got to know. We're still going to hear Brad out. But I'm going to tell everyone about Palermo's Pizza. Hey, look, I'll eat all the crow. Mark this, Max. I'm sure you have. Mark it. If I'm wrong, I'll jump in Lake Michigan naked at the end of the season. I will.
No one's asking for the naked part.
Yeah, we don't need the naked part. We got to post this on social media, so maybe,
whatever you need me to do, right. Clothed, I will do.
All right. Fair.
With the lack of clothing. Mark it.
Mark that. Mark that, please.
And what am I what's the official thing, just so I know?
I don't know. Just
making the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah, make the playoffs.
If they make the playoffs, I will jump in Lake Michigan.
Perfect.
There we go. That was back in November, and somehow I've suckered Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, and Tori Lowe into jumping in Lake Michigan with me.
I many times. When I heard that, just I, and somehow it's we. But I'm okay with we because he is now. You hear what he was in November? He didn't believe it was going to happen, and now he's a Packer believer. And that's why I am gung-ho and excited about the opportunity not only for the Packers, but for me, and for you, Brad, and for you, Ben.
Well, and you're usually able to call out my energy, right? Like, if you know the energy's not there, you'll call it out.
I know it is fake. I know it is fake, but listen, fellas, and you guys know I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to jump in Lake Michigan. This was not something that I was honestly, when I found out and my mother told me, I said, hell no, I ain't jumping in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, Kyle was up. It was just me and Brad. And Kyle's mom texted him.
She said, baby, they saying you're jumping in Lake Michigan, not my baby. I said, hell no, I ain't jumping in Lake Michigan.
And here you are.
But here I am, excited for the opportunity to jump in Lake Michigan because what that means for my football team.
See, to me, it's going to be a celebration. Like I
It's gonna
have
feel
no
good.
problem. It's going to feel so good, so refreshing.
Super
It'll be the
good.
best feeling cold water 30 seconds of your life.
Oh,
Kyle
you're going to be in there
Wallace.
for 30 seconds? What are you doing?
30 seconds? Is that
You run in, you go all the way under, you get up from going under, and you run your butt
you got to
out.
like cold plunge it a little bit.
You can
though,
do
know?
whatever you like, but Kyle and I won't be on that train, I can guarantee you.
Absolutely. You said that perfectly.
We have an opportunity to watch the Packers do something special, and you have an opportunity to do something special for your life by going to the Princeton Club. Whether it's the 8 Madison locations, the one in New Berlin that I go to in the Milwaukee area, you will find your better tomorrow, and they have the lowest rates of the year right now. That's important for many reasons, because you want to lock that in. Lock that in because free childcare with your membership, open 24/7. I've done personal training, but they also provide something for everyone, so you find your passion and you keep going. And again, it's an experience thing, right? When you walk in the club, you feel the community aspect that keeps you coming back for more. The equipment's always getting better. The locker room's always getting better. Lowest rates of the year. A place that makes you feel at home. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. We are going to call our shots for Sunday's game. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You can call your shot as well. Coming up next.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Packers take on the Chicago Bears Sunday in a win and in playoff scenario. Last season, Green Bay lost their regular season finale to the Lions, which kept them out of the postseason. However, quarterback Jordan Love says this team isn't using that loss in Week 18 last year as motivation this time around.
I don't think we need to use that. I think this team is motivated enough, the situation we have to get into the playoffs and how bad we want that. With the season we've had, the bumps along the road, put ourselves in position.
It's the Packers and Bears Sunday from Lambeau Field. Kickoff is set for 3:25.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
The Saganiac Planning fantastic finish, January 10th, 1981. Marquette against number 5 Notre Dame, tied at 52, 1 second left. Marquette inbounded in the backcourt in front of the Notre Dame bench. The play was to screen to get someone open near the Marquette basket and throw a long pass, but no one was open. Michael Wilson had no choice but to look in the backcourt. 1 second left. He got it to Doc Rivers, just past half court. Rivers caught the Wilson chest pass, and in one motion off 1 foot with a one-handed push shot from 30, banked it in. Oh, baby, final. Marquette 54, Notre Dame 52. For over 40 years, the folks at Network Health have been trusted experts in health insurance. Honest, hardworking, just like you, Wisconsin. Whether you need coverage for yourself, your family, or your employees, they've got you covered with individual family marketplace plans, employer plans, and Medicare plans. At Network Health, they do what's right because it's who they are. Call Aaron Belowski, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
You are listening to the home of the Green Bay Playoff Plunge. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I wish it was game day. I wanted to be like 4 hours till kickoff and start screaming, but I'll still keep screaming because we're excited for the winning you're in opportunity. It's Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Huh?
They can watch us on Sunday.
Yeah, they can. Green Bay Game Day pregame show. That'll be noon to 3:15, 3:20. Kyle Wallace, Jason Wilde in the second hour, Alex Strofe, and Tori Lowe. And then I believe Kyle Wallace and I were working on setting up a live stream in which we'll be watching the game. And I will not be getting on Kyle's nerves because we are keeping the energy focused on doing anything to win this game and get to the playoffs.
Positive vibes only, man. I can't have that negativity.
He's Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here to my left, Chris Larson behind the glass running the show. And I believe Alex Strofe might be on the board. What a treat. What a treat. That's in Madison, that is. 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN is your number to get into the ESPN Wisconsin Talk and Text line. You can see our wacky playoff plunge outfits on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. And I want to do something quick because I have these yellow glasses on, and I honestly can't wait for you to trade glasses with me. because these light up the world. They're yellow glasses that when you put on, if you're having a down day, a cloudy day, boom, snap the finger, turns your day around. Brad Nortman or Kyle Walsh, who would like to trade with me?
Go right ahead, Brad.
I'll trade.
All right, here you go. Wait till you see what these do, Kyle. Real quick, you talk while I trade.
Well, we're gonna sit here and watch him trade off on the glasses. And by the way,
not a play-by-play guy.
Wait
you like those?
Wait a minute. I feel like, when you turn up your TV brightness and it's like all of a sudden like colors start. I actually feel like it is more sunny in here. This is crazy.
Yes, right? You look like a dad.
Who doesn't like sun? Who doesn't like sun?
I got all the dad vibes.
Now, I'm very curious of what they look like now. And also, shout out to Brad for having the earbuds today. Because usually we have the big, headphones over our ears. But he dressed for the occasion. He has this nice little bucket, little sombrero hat on. And then he also has the earbuds. I like that.
I had to dive deep into our AV bin to try to find earbuds. I haven't worn plug-in earbuds in a long time.
Now,
so, yes, I'm fully into the Green Bay Packers plunge.
I have to ask this.
Go
you
ahead.
said AV bin. Knowing you, I really think he probably has the AV bin somewhere in his house where he has all his technology.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's the AV what?
Like we've got like a storage bin. It's
that makes a lot of sense.
Headphones and
that makes a lot of
cords, HDMI cords.
Electronics.
Yes, of course.
Stored,
labeled,
organized.
I know exactly where it is.
We have wireless headsets
for
here.
moments like
we
this.
have wired headsets. We have wired earbuds.
Yep.
Things in bags.
Here's our Bluetooth speaker box.
Yes, the Bluetooth speakers were in the AV box.
Oh, jeepers.
But it's all organized and credible. You guys, don't you worry. You need something, we got you. The Nortman household got it figured out.
He sounds like such a nerd when he goes into his organizational mode. He goes, at the Nortman household, we got it all taken care of.
The AV bin. My goodness.
Quickly, Mike in Middleton, 800-990-3776. We got to call our shot, but I love hearing from all of you in KBN Nation as we get ready for this game. What do you got?
Hey, guys, I want to preface this by saying I think Green Bay will win on Sunday, but I'm still very nervous. One thing I want to point out, people keep saying the end of last season was chaotic. I want to remind people we were going into that Detroit game off a 4-game winning streak, beating Chicago, beating the Rams, going down to Miami on Christmas Day and upsetting them, and then we smashed the Vikings 41-17, just like we just smashed them this last week, except that was on the road last week, and we beat them at home last year. I felt a lot more confident going into that last game against Detroit, especially after they lost. I figured they'd have an emotional swing. I'm amazed that they were able to get their mindset and not crumble, knowing they weren't going to make the playoffs if they beat us. I give the Lions all the credit in the world. The Bears have the advantage in this case of this is their Super Bowl. They know they can just let anything happen. Remember last year in that Detroit game, they were running reverses. They were going for it on 4th down. Now, Dan Campbell does that anyway.
Yes, he does that anyways. They're not going to change.
Yes, correct. Well, what I'm saying is Chicago could do that in this game. That's what you got to worry about. The Bears have nothing to lose, so the Bears could do that in this game. The other reason I'm really nervous about this game is we suck against the run. The Bears are second in the NFL running the ball at 145 yards a game and have run for 176 yards a game in their last 3 games, including against the Falcons last week, who have one of the better
Mike, I love you, but we got to keep the good vibes rolling. That's too much negativity right now. I feel like Brad Nortman is here again. Did you call from the studio?
I said, guys, Nortman Nation, call in.
Nortman Nation.
Support your boy.
All right, it's time to call our shot. Let's get a little football music going, Chris.
Okay, here we go. We've had enough negativity for one segment. I'm officially turning it to positive vibes. Jordan Love's going to have a great game, but he alone cannot win this game for the Green Bay Packers. Here's me calling my shot. Guys, Justin Fields, he's played in 12 games this year. He has 10 fumbles, 9 interceptions. That's 19 turnovers in 12 games played. The Packers are not known for causing turnovers, but this game, they're going to cause 3 turnovers attributable to Justin Fields. You're going to get a Rashawn Gary sack fumble. You're going to get a Quay Walker pop like a peanut punch out when he's running the ball, and a Carrington Valentine interception. That's 2 fumbles and an interception for Justin Fields. They're going to give up yards, okay? The defense is going to give up yards, but 3 turnovers is going to be the difference in this game.
There it is. That's Brad's call your shot.
I got it before the buzzer.
I like the way he said Carrington Valentine. Not Valentine, but I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Carrington Valentine, are you ready to step up and make a play?
I will let him use that. Branding.
I'm cool with it.
Respond. Yeah,
I'm
what are
cool
your
with
thoughts?
it.
Good shot?
Like, you called a lot of shots, if I'm being honest. You had a Quay Walker peanut punch. You had a Carrington Valentine pick. Like, call your shot is call your shot, not shots. I like a volume shooter. Kyle.
So here's where I'm going, fellas. This is a big game. And I think in big games and big moments is when legacies are built. And there's going to be a new legacy, a dawn of a new time. And that time on Sunday will officially be Love time here in Lambeau. For me, I think this is Jordan Love's moment. We seen him tear it up last week. We seen him do well this whole season. Do you know Jordan Love is top 10 for quarterbacks in their first season with most touchdown passes in their first season? Did you guys know that?
I do now.
That's how good Jordan Love has been this year. But this is the game where he becomes the man and puts everybody on notice. Jordan Love will have 3 total touchdowns, will throw for over 250 yards, and will lead the Green Bay Packers to the playoffs. This is where his
There it is.
Ooh.
You got to get it in.
You got to get it in.
His legacy is born on Sunday.
It's call your shot, not write a poem that's over a paragraph. All right, here we go. Calling my shot, Ben Brust style. Whatever numbers you said, I'm fine with. All that matters is Jordan Love is going to continue to be the guy that we have seen elevate this team in the moments that matter most. So, they're going to win, and the headlines on First Take on Monday, on SportsCenter at night, every headline, you will see Jordan Love everywhere. Whatever publication you read, whatever you see, you will turn left, you will turn right, you will look up at the TV, you will be out and about, and you will see the man becoming the next great Green Bay Packer quarterback that nobody can deny, and that is Jordan Love. Boom! Cannot be denied by that one.
I like it.
No, we agree.
So 2 Jordan Love takes.
Yeah, his legacy is born on Sunday, fellas. This is it. This is his moment.
I will say this is a unique situation for him because it does seem like, there are certain things that you just judge a Packer quarterback by, and how you beat the Bears, that is one of them, for better or for worse. This is a big opportunity for him. I don't think he's going to bow down to the pressure. I think he's going to thrive.
800-990-3776. Ryan McGuana goes, Brad is right on again. We got JB chiming in with a little bit of dose of his reality that I don't believe in. I'm calling my shot. We will lose him because of Jair. Not letting that happen here. Chef Ed wants to give a shout out to Brad for being in 3rd place for our Cover 5 contest. He's been crushing it, and he calls his shot of 34-17. Call your shot on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee, or 800-990-3776. And a shot that can always be called, that always delivers, is 855 Pella WI.
That's right, because Pella Windows and Doors, they always deliver. Like how we call our shots, they call their shot, and that is extreme customer satisfaction, always delivering. And oh yeah, by the way, winter's on its way. And that's because the cold weather is coming. You need Pella's Windows and Doors to be able to protect your home, keep that heat inside where it matters. And guess what? They're coming with a incredible deal for you right now in order to do that. If you book by January 31st, you will get 0% for up to 36 months. That's right, 36 months. That's 3 years of 0%. I don't know where you can find that deal anywhere, but you can find it with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. That's right, no interest for up to 36 months. But if you book by January 31st, visit PellaWI.com.
So here's an interesting question we're going to pose to everybody out there. 800-990-3776. This is not something that we want to do. This is something we want to paint light to because Jordan Love can end this. When is the last time the Packers won a significant game at Lambeau Field? Right? We're going to turn this into a positive because I think Jordan Love's going to do it. But when it comes to Lambeau Field, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper as to how they fared in the games that have mattered most. And we need Lambeau Field to matter a lot on Sunday. 800-990-3776. We talk to you and us next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Listen, Diana, that's her name. Listen, we all about positive manifestation. I like you, Diana. All it is
Dirty
negative.
Diana.
Criticize.
Dirty Diana.
I love you, Kyle.
Love you too, girl.
I love you, Kyle.
I love you too. That's what I'm talking about. The real Packer Nation.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We are moving along just fine across the entire area. No delays at the moment. Road conditions have eased up nicely as well, so we are in good shape this morning. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly cloudy, a high of 37. Tonight, cloudy with snow showers later on, a low of 31. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The stage is set. It's Michigan and Washington battling for the title. This is Boucher Automotive College Football Championship Week. Tune into our coverage all week long and catch the game right here on 94.5 ESPN on January 8th. With 16 new car brands, over 35 pre-owned brands, and 5,000 vehicles in stock, Boucher Automotive is where you'll find your next ride. It's Boucher Automotive College Football Championship Week on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust. Men can be their own worst critics, especially as we get older and compare our current self to the younger version. The experts at Forward Healthy Lifestyles in Germantown help men with testosterone optimization, regenerative medicines, heart health screenings, weight loss, and yes, sexual enhancement services. Forward Healthy Lifestyles can offer regained energy and endurance, more muscle and tone, enhanced performance, joint therapies, and more. Change your life and stop comparing who you are now to who you used to be. Visit forwardhealthylifestyles.com for a free consultation.
Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, the voice of Green Bay football. You know, fans count on me to make the right call every time, and I can continue to do that thanks to Summit Eye Care of Wisconsin. When my vision began to drift, my eye doctor said Summit Eye Care was the best place to go. Using the latest adjustable implants, the doctors at Summit were able to fine-tune my vision. In fact, my vision is now the best it's ever been. Summit Eye Care was the right call to help me see all the action on game days.
To schedule an appointment at one of their locations, visit summitiwi.com.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
What's better than free? How about play free all year? This January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in reward play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games to earn prize drawing entries. Then stop by each Thursday night in January to see if you're a winner. $400,000 in prizes is up for grabs. Over 40 winners each week. Yeah, free is for me. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Tito's handmade vodka is so good and smooth, you can mix it with anything. Now, hear us out. If your usual brunch cocktail sounds like a Tito's Bloody Mary stacked with garnishes is more like Tito's. Sounds pretty good. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I believe that Jordan Love will be an NFL A-lister on Monday. He's going to do what he's shown that he's capable of, but in the biggest moment of the season. I want him on Patty Mahomes. I want him on Joe Burrow. I want him on Justin Herbert. I want him on those QB1 of the future radars that everyone's talking about for a long time to come. Kyle Kyle Bruston Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. And you never know, there could be an opportunity for you to see your hometown team we're talking about, because they're making it easy to score a Super Bowl 58 ticket with the largest playoff and Super Bowl ticket giveaway ever. And when I say it's easy, it's super easy. You buy some Bud Light, you upload proof of purchase, and you're entered to win a chance to go to Super Bowl 58. So scan the QR code, show that proof of Bud Light purchase, and you can win a VIP experience in Las Vegas for Super Bowl 58. Must be 21 years or older. Please drink responsibly. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here. And here's the thing, right? We're going positive vibes only because I think this is the time that we can finally put this conversation to rest. It's been way too long at Lambeau Field for the primetime significant victory. Kyle Wallace, when's the last time you remember a Lambeau Field victory where it meant the world to you?
Yeah, I mean, the big one I can recall is I remember 2014, and there's a lot
that
of...
sounds horrible. That's 9 years ago.
I mean, there's a 2016 one that was big, but the 2014 one to me was big because the Packers had already clinched the playoff berth, but they played the Detroit Lions in that game, and I was there. I was at that game. And do you guys remember the game where the Packers played the Lions, and the winner gets the first round bye, and the loser got the 6th seed, and Aaron Rodgers went down with a calf injury in the first half in that football game. I'm at that game, freezing cold, and out comes Aaron Rodgers in the second half on one leg.
He's done that a couple times. I remember the home opener against the Bears at Lambeau. He came out with everyone thought he was done, and then he threw second half. They were down 18-0 to the Bears. That's why they're going to beat the Bears. They just find a way no matter what.
And that was one of the most memorable games as well. But then, of course, run the table season. I think that was 2016 where the Packers went on and win some of the games.
So stay with me. I think you brought up my point exactly, right? Let's go backwards a little bit. 2022, obviously last year they lost to the Lions in this same situation. 2021, you finally get your number 1 seed in a bye to host a playoff game with fans. And obviously the defense showed up and Aaron Rodgers over-targeted Devontae Adams, and they did not win what would have been the biggest game of the season at Lambeau Field. 2020, I didn't care that they beat Jared Goff and the Rams. It was about Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers against each other at Lambeau Field in 2020. They did not get that game done. And again, 2019, no one's like, oh, I remember when they beat Seattle in the wild card round. You remember Raheem Mostert running for 500 yards at San Francisco. So that wasn't like anything significant at Lambeau Field that season. 2018, obviously not a great year. The year Mark McCarthy they said bye-bye to Mike. So now we're getting into Kyle Wallace territory where it's is this the opportunity for Jordan Love to have his moment at Lambeau Field and kind of break this, I don't want to say curse, but negative mantra there's been around?
Well, I remember when I was playing 2012 to 2015, when I was on the Panthers,
cool.
we had those years.
Cool.
I wish we would have played the Packers in the playoffs to crush their hopes one time. But
what the heck are you?
That's right.
Wow. Oh, wow. That was deserved.
I just threw a basketball at Brad Norton.
That was deserved to you two.
No, that was deserved.
How so?
That's the energy you're going to put out. I wish the Packers.
We got some sensitive guys right here.
I wish you would say that again.
I wish that we
you see him shadow box?
Playoffs to beat him.
Have you seen him shadow box?
Oh,
yeah. I don't care how strong. I don't care how strong you are. He's coming at your head.
Let me land this plane for a minute after you guys rudely
interrupted me. A lot of turbulence right now.
Rudely interrupted me with commentary. We are both playoff teams during that 2012 to 2015 time when we were potentially facing one another in the NFC playoffs. I remember when we were talking amongst the locker room, where do you want to go to play a playoff game? Honestly, nobody wanted to go play at Lambeau. It was we don't want to go up in the cold. They're good at home. There was a certain
mystique.
Yeah, mystique and a certain characteristic where it's
get it back.
We don't want to have to go and play there, right? But and every time since then, you're talking 2014 and 2016, 2019, 2022, I remember those conversations. So when I watch, now we're tired as a fan, I can be like, oh boy, here we go, Packers at Lambeau, it's going to be a victory, and they've fallen short. So what was lost maybe 10 to 15 years ago, I feel like this is an opportunity to reclaim it.
I like that.
Thank you. I knew you would.
It's time to reclaim the mystique of Lambeau Field.
It is, and isn't this perfect timing, right? And here's the thing: Brett Favre was the one who lost his mystique when he lost the Atlanta Falcons, I think in like 2001 or 3, whatever it was back then when Mike Vick ran all over the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers did an okay job keeping it, but we didn't get over the hump. With this new opportunity with Jordan Love on Sunday, this game is more than about just making the playoffs this year. This is, like I said before, me and Ben said, it's about the legacy. It's about saying, I am going to be better than Aaron Rodgers. This could be the start of building your own journey, being better than Aaron Rodgers and surpassing him, and this could be number one on the list, beating the Chicago Bears, having a memorable game for fans to remember that got you into the playoffs your first year as a starter. This is when it starts.
Angie, 800-990-3776 chimes in. She's blaming global warming for Lambeau Field's mystique being gone. No, it's going to snow potentially. It's going to be cold. We're going to get it back. Ryan chimes in. The mystique is gone. That's because you, Ryan, I believe, are a Bears fan. And you were the exact reason why the mystique will come back.
It's also the fans, though, man. It's also the fans. They got to be into it. That Chiefs game, we did Green Bay game day for Sunday Night Football, and I just felt that energy with fans walking in, that place was going to be electric. And you know what? Our team fed off of that. The Packers fans on Sunday, we on Sunday need to go into Lambeau Field and make sure they have a 12th man. Make sure they had a home field advantage. When they are on offense, the Bears are, you're loud as you can be. Every time you yell and you scream, they actually feel you. I want Bears fans to get chills when they walk out there, not because it's cold, because they feel the presence of Packer Nation.
You know, and when I think about when this team played best at home, from the Favre days to the early Rodgers days, there was two things. It was a quarterback that was slinging confident, and it was a defense and guys in the trenches that were tough. And I wouldn't necessarily call this team a super tough team.
What? I mean, you're not saying anything wrong there. I mean, of all the things you said, you're not going to get flack at saying this defense is a little soft.
Yeah, and so that is one area where not only this year, but going into the future, a tough defense at Lambeau Field. Nobody wants to go play in 30 degrees in weather and get thumped against a tough defense. So it's one of the things that the Packers can do to help reclaim that mystique.
800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line for you to get in the show. And on YouTube, hopefully somebody here, and I don't know this, so I want somebody to hopefully know this. I know Kyle probably won't. BBJ chimes in and says, Brad looks like Sean Penn in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Anyone? Come on. Chris, have you seen it?
I've seen it, yeah.
Is it spot on? Because we got a couple people agreeing.
It's pretty spot on.
Spicoli?
Too, yeah. Yep, Spicoli, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How you know I didn't know?
Because you don't watch movies.
What movie is this?
Exactly.
Well, he's a surfer dude in that movie, too. And by the way, I got to say, I've been dressing the part. I got my SPF on, which I always do. We're halfway through the show. I've got a legitimate headache that's starting to build in my temples right here. It's too strong. The scent of the sunscreen is too
Kyle,
strong.
Here we go.
Strong.
Wipe it off.
Do you know how this is so perfect?
Why?
He punted in the NFL. Clearly wasn't a middle linebacker. Clearly wasn't a tight end. I have sunscreen on my nose.
Those guys
it's
are
giving me a headache.
Sunscreen on their faces. They don't know true adversity until you put sunscreen on your face, and that's all you smell for an hour and a half. Think about that. That's like torture in some countries.
You do look amazing on stream. I'm not going to lie. You got white arms and a white nose and a great hat. 800-990-3776. Streaming on YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee. Now, what we are going to do next is what we do every Friday, and that's our Cover 5 picks. So we're going to need a KBN Nation guest picker, but the best kicker about this is we're doing 4 bets that are focused on the Packers game on Sunday. So 1 straight up bet for the Packers, 1 for the national championship, and 3 surprise prop bets. So we're going to need a KBN Nation guest picker to make some picks, getting you ready for this Bears-Packers game on Sunday, which the Packers will win. That is our KBN Nation guarantee. So let's go caller 3, 800-990-3776. You will be the KBN Nation guest picker, in which we hope and we believe will not be the last time that we do this, as they will be making the playoffs, and we do it again next Friday. 800-990-3776. Caller 3, you will be our KBN Nation guest picker.
All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Great to see you again.
Oh, you need some.
And then I said, I appreciate it. The same goes for you. Let me know if anything I can do for you. Obviously, what am I going to do for Russell Wilson? You're the man.
Babysit his kids when they go to Carolina.
BFF.
Fake relationship of all time.
No way.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Moving along pretty well so far this afternoon. We do have a little bit of a backup along southbound 43 as per usual from Silver Spring down to about Keefe. And then northbound is going to be around North Avenue all the way up to Keefe. East and westbound 94, nice and quiet right now. No major problems there. And then 41 southbound looking pretty good all the way down to the Zoo interchange from Highway Q. Traffic is brought to you by the Delafield Brew House, Restaurant, and Brewery. Enjoy their Naga Wicked Pale Ale Beer Battered Cod, available Fridays for lunch and dinner. Dine in or take out ready, the Delafield Brew House. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, cloudy, snow showers are later on with a low of 31. Tomorrow, snow showers likely up early, up to an inch possible, a high of 37. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Play Whistling Straits and other Pro Tour courses, whatever the weather is, in one of their 12 state-of-the-art simulators.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved Rising Crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo Thin Pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family's business.
Ah, Sunday. You take a morning walk to pick up burgers and beers. You tidy the house for 10 fellow football fans. And your biggest chore? Loading the Bud Light into the fridge. It all pays off because nothing is as easy to enjoy as a Sunday full of football. And beer. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Watch your team compete on big screens in Team McSee's Sports Bar or the Sports Illustrated Sportsbook Room. Yes, you can bet the spread, parlays, futures, and more with Sports Illustrated Sportsbook at Island Resort and Casino. Your place to bet on sports. To book a game-time getaway at the Island, call 800-682-6040 today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Even when the weather outside is frightful, your energy bill could be much more delightful. Replacing drafty windows and doors can dramatically lower your energy costs. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin's energy-efficient windows keep the cold outside where it belongs. You'll help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st for 0% interest up to 36 months. You heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Hi, everyone. John Miller here from PDS, a Converge company. PDS has been providing technology solutions and transforming IT for area companies for over 30 years. Today, we are helping organizations integrate digital workplace strategies that are giving today's worker the true ability to work from anywhere as they balance work and life both securely and productively. And as HP's largest partner in the area, our combined solutions have never been more important. If you're struggling with this, know we stand ready to help. From ideation to transformation, we can help you evolve your work from anywhere strategy. Learn more at pdsit.net.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I know it's 10:35 and I can feel your arms around me. Let them drown me. I know it's 10:35 and I'm
Ernie in a barn near Elroy chimes in. Thank you for being the voice of reason, Brad. Kyle can't help his Packer fandom has been his flip-flop more than ever in his life.
Who that?
Ernie in a barn.
Ernie? What barn?
Go under the barn and hide.
Right. I like Burt better anyways.
There we go. 800-990-3776. We have our KBN Nation guest picker for what we do every Friday. And this time we have a special edition with some more Packer bets here for Cover 5 picks. Chris, let's get a quick standings update, if you may, while I welcome in Brian from Hales Corners. Brian, happy Friday. Are you more confident or nervous for Sunday?
I'm confident, but I'm still worried about that defense.
Fair enough. I think that's a fair response. Chris, what do you got?
All right, so going off last week, Week 17, we had Ben, Brad, and Kyle each at 4-1 last week.
Hey.
KBN Nation picker 3-2. So the total team standings now for the year up to date. Ben in the lead at 42-27-1, followed by Kyle at 38-31-1. Then Brad at 35-34-1, and the KBN Nation pickers not doing so hot, 25-44-1 in last place.
Wow, I wish I was doing this well in real life, and I wish I was fading the KBN Nation guest picker. Maybe, Brian, you can change that. You want to roll these, Chris, or you want me to?
I can roll them, yeah.
Let's do it. Start us off.
All right, let's start off with...
That way they don't get mad at me for going last and all that. You can control this game,
Let's
Chris.
start off first with the National Championship game Monday night in Houston. Michigan taking down the Washington Huskies. Michigan minus 4.5.
Pick somebody, because I don't want to pick. Chris, pick somebody.
I'm taking Michigan minus 4.5.
No. You got to pick the person, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay, let's go with Ben first.
All right, there we go. I will go with Michigan minus 4.5. Public money I saw is on Washington plus 4.5. Team of Destiny. I'm not anti-Michigan for some reason. I like Harbaugh. Give me Michigan minus 4.5.
I like Michigan. I think they've been from start to finish the best team in the country. They just beat a tough Alabama team. You know, they have shown the ability to win against any type of style in any venue. Give me Michigan.
Let's go to Brian in Hales Corners.
Hey, I'm thinking I'm going to go Michigan also.
All right, Kyle.
Here's the thing. I'm going Michigan, but it sounds like you guys are picking Michigan to win.
Yeah, they're minus 4.5.
Win and cover.
Plus. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all know.
Why do you always mess this up? You've been doing Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin for how long?
So Michigan basically.
Michigan needs to win
Washington
by
is
5
plus-
or more.
Oh, Washington.
We've been doing this all year. I'm going to tackle you.
Hey, I was confused by the way y'all was talking. Y'all was talking like this, you guys think that.
No,
Michigan
don't
will
put
win by
this
more
on
than-
us. Do not put this on us.
I'm going Washington.
All right,
I'm
there
going
we go.
Washington. I
Chris,
think
what we got
Washington
next?
will win.
That was a train wreck.
We'll save the Packers-Bears matchup for last in the game who's going to win it. Let's go with the game itself, though. Jordan Love over-under 1.5 total touchdowns. Let's go with Brad first here.
Give me the over on that. I think he's going to have at least 2, probably more like 3. They're going to need him to score because I think they will do their best to stop the run game. And I'm confident Jordan Love is going to show up and deliver to score points for the Packers on Sunday. Give me the over.
Man, this sounds like easy money. It was easy money last week on Aaron Jones. I think it's easy money here on Jordan Love. 1.5, that's it. I'm going with J Love on this one.
Okay, Brian, what do you got?
Definitely going with Jordan Love also. I think he's going to get 3 this week.
All right, that's the over. I'll go over for obvious reasons. Touchdownsforlove.com raised $35,000 going to Guarding Against Cancer. We're up to $2,500 from pledges per touchdown. I think it's 2 touchdowns. That's $40,000 to Guarding Against Cancer. Coach Guard, the University of Wisconsin men's basketball coach, Cancer Foundation, which has raised over $8 million since 2016. Let's move on, Chris.
Let's move on to Justin Fields over-under rushing 53.5 total yards for the Bears quarterback. Let's start with Kyle first on this one.
I'm going to go Justin Fields under.
You're killing me.
What was that?
Because I'm processing in my mind. I'm going to go Justin Fields under. I'm going to go Justin Fields under on this one. I got to have the positive energy. I got to believe in the Green Bay Packers defense, and I got to believe they're going to slow him down. So I'm going to go under on this one.
Hey, it's going to be over. Justin Fields wants to run. He wants to run the football. If DJ Moore isn't open or Cole Kmet, he's just going to put the ball down and run. And this defense has shown the ability. We will give you yards in chunks at a time. He will go over that rushing yard.
Yeah, I'm going to go over as well for the same reason, right? Like, his default when his passing isn't there is to run. And I remember a couple years back when Fields was first starting to get going, right? I think he had over 100 yards against the Packers, and then he threw 2 picks late when they had to pass the ball. So, again, his default is run. I think he goes over. Brian, what do you got?
Unfortunately, I have a bad feeling that he's going to go over also.
All right, there we go. Chris, next.
All right, let's move on to this. Will Joe Barry, Packers defensive coordinator, be employed by 2 o'clock on Monday when the show is on next? Let's start with Brian on this one.
Yeah, I think he's going to. I just hope they don't keep him longer than until next year.
All right. Brad?
Well, so now this is an interesting question because if the Packers win, he will be still employed. It will just be a matter of if the Packers lose, he won't be. But I think the Packers are going to win. I think they're going to have a playoff game next Sunday, so I still think Joe Barry will be defensive coordinator this time on Monday.
Okay, now I know this isn't the question. Can I switch my other one?
Oh my! No, you can't. You can't. You are
God,
killing this segment. You are killing this segment. You are suspended for the rest of this segment. You have to text your picks to Chris Larson. I will go with yes. He will still be employed by 2 p.m. on Monday.
Yes,
Chris, move on.
Yes. It changes to Justin Fields over.
All right. Finally up, Packers-Bears, Sunday, 3:25 at Lambeau Field. The Pack favored by 3. Let's start off with Ben on this one.
I look like an idiot on stream yelling at Kyle with floaties on. I got the Packers minus 3 because even if we push, it's winning by a field goal. I got the lead here. I'll protect it. Packers minus 3. Kyle, go ahead, kid.
Pick me. I'm ready for this one, baby. This one's easy. I ain't got to think about this one.
Pick me.
Green Bay, baby. We're going to cover that one. We're going to cover that one easy, baby. I ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about nothing. I'm good on that one. Go, Pack, go.
Brian, what do you got?
Oh, definitely Packers. Definitely going to hit this one. Go, Pack, go.
There it is, Brian from Hales Corners.
I love me some Brian from Hales Corners.
Yeah, but the problem is KBN Nation guest pickers have been really bad.
25, 44, and 1.
And
they do well probably on the Packers, right?
No, because they probably pick every Packer good thing, and that's why they're losing on the wrong times. Brad, what do you got?
You know, I did have my concerns earlier in the show. Those concerns remain. I don't think this will be an easy game, but I do think the Packers will win, and I do think they will cover.
There it is. KBN Nation picks. Hopefully not the last time we do it. But I got to tell you about Screamin' Sicilian Pizza because I call it the victory pizza. I call it the perfect pizza to put in when you see the celebration happening. You preheat the oven maybe in the fourth quarter because you know when you taste that victory that you can then pop in a nice Screamin' Sicilian, whether it's the I'm stuffed crust cheese pizza, the tavern style, which is that cracker style. It's so good. It reminds me of going to the bar after a game when I was in middle school, high school, having that nice bar pizza, but now you have it accessible at home. They have the Thin and Crispies and the OG Scream. So get your singing voices ready, boys, because the Bessie's Revenge is the best cheese pizza in the world. Brad loves the Holy Pepperoni. You have the Boss Hog, which is a great sausage pizza. The Supremus Maximus, the Mother of Meat, the Mambo Italiano. Mambo! Find your screaming pleasure in your local grocer's freezer, and if you will be caller 10 for Jordan Love, caller 10 is going to win a Palermo's Pizza Party Pack. That's right, Palermo's Pizza Party Pack. Caller 10, 800-990-3776. Again, 800-990-ESPN to win a Palermo's Pizza Party Pack. 800-990-3776. Caller 10, you win a pizza prize pack. Coming up next, that's Rutledge and Hamilton. Crosstalk. Don't go anywhere. Jim Rutledge is crazy.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, presented by Bud Light.
Giannis does look like a longer, he beats on his body, kind of plays so rough you wonder about. Shut up, Max. Yeah.
I thought let that one pass.
Yeah, I just realized beats on his body. I meant physical,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
Physicality down there.
Come on, Kyle.
No, you guys are, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure your minds are in the gutter. Grow up.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Yeah, they're football guys, but they don't shy away from the big topics of the day.
Good morning, Tausch. How are you? Old T's I'm not feeling 100%. I'm tummy ache.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
No, I think with all that little stuff that's going around, and I'm going to grind.
Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point. With Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
You don't pay a guy $250 million just to be a good quarterback. You pay that guy to help you compete at a championship level. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that Tua can do that. Now, I'm not trying to move the goalpost. The first priority this year was to make sure that he could stay healthy. but he's also led the league in passing yards. He leads the league in completion percentage, yet he's 13th in QBR. So what that tells me is a lot of his production is about the pieces around him, and it's also about the X's and O's that Mike McDaniel dials up. Now, I'm not knocking him for being able to execute, but it's also about value over replacement relative to what other quarterbacks could do in that same system with that same talent. I'm not sure that Tua is head and shoulders above the field. And I guess that's why I want to see him in these moments, whether or not he has those intangibles that'll allow your team to go on a deep playoff run and eventually get to a Super Bowl.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save up to 40% on molding bulk savings packs. And there's more. Save up to 25% on drywall boards when you buy in bulk. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Jackie Robinson may have broken the color barrier, but he wasn't the first black baseball star. The players who came before him, including my grandpa, Norman Turkey Stearns, competed in a segregated league.
They were denied their rightful place in history.
We're going to uncover the stories of the Negro Leagues and the baseball greats you've never heard of. Reclaimed, the Forgotten League. Listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at Bucks.com/tickets. That's Bucks.com/tickets.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Smoking hot deals just keep coming with quick hot savings from Quick Trip. And right now we're cooling off with $2.99 a gallon Nature's Touch milk. All 1 gallon, 2%, 1%, and skim Nature's Touch milk, just $2.99. Hey, looking to make that perfect movie night milkshake? Or how about making those morning waffles extra fluffy? Our fresh, straight from our dairy Nature's Touch milk is on sale and ready for your fridge. Quick hot savings from Quick Trip. Yeah, we're here to save you some moolah.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
1, 2. Yep. When it's the end of the weekend.
Stay tuned. Post-game show. Green Bay Game Day post-game show. For the dog of the game, brought to you by Sit Means Sit. If your dogs don't always listen to you, ask yourself, why do they not listen to what I say? Look no further than Sit Means Sit, because you can have that happy, confident, and obedient dog. Again, sitmeansit.com, Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. Matt's team is amazing. They'll take care of you. They've been a great partner of ours, and they will help you have that happy, confident, and obedient dog. Oh, you got me feeling like a Sunday. I wish, on a Friday. Here we go. Hit it, Chris. You got me feeling like a Sunday. Let's get there. I want to get there. Because I'm sick of Jim Rutledge, who's joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman. A little crosstalk before they take over 4 to 6 on ESPN Madison. It is Kyle Brust and Nortman. We are across ESPN Wisconsin, presented by the official beer of the NFL, Bud Light. Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Chris Ellerson running the show. And, of course, no Matt Hamilton. He's going to be curling for the rest of his life. We have Jim Rutledge and Chris Orr. Welcome into the show, boys.
Hey, what's going on with your glasses, man? What's up with those?
Yeah, why are all of y'all dressed like that?
So we are jumping in Lake Michigan, and you can see that on stream, YouTube at ESPN Madison, at ESPN Milwaukee, because if the Packers win, I pledged to jump in Lake Michigan, and I suckered these guys in to join me. So I got my floaties, I got my Hawaiian shirt.
It was made back in November when they had like a 9% chance to make the playoffs.
No, and I remember that.
And Ben's like, I'll jump into Lake Michigan if they do it, and here we are, one game away.
And I give this insight into Ben. He's always trying to wear the least amount of clothes possible in any bet that he does. Like, people are like, what? Like, hey, run around the Capitol. And he'll be like, I'll run around the Capitol without my shirt on.
Well,
go
Jim,
in the water. I'll go in the water
at the time,
nobody's asking for that.
Nude Hard Seltzer was the sponsor, so I was just trying to help the sponsor at the time.
I'm just telling you guys, he's always trying to get naked. So just for future references, keep his clothes on.
He actually said in this one, I wasn't here for it.
Whoa, let's keep the naked talk away.
I'm just saying, he said in this one that he was going to jump in Lake Michigan. He said, I'll do it naked.
And Brad said, you don't have to do it naked.
Yep, no one asked for it.
Right. That's what I was listening to. I come into the office today, and I'm like, the first thing I hear on the radio is Ben being like, I'll go in naked. And everyone else is like, you don't have to. Nobody wants that.
Don't go in there naked, bro.
I'm not. Trust me. I actually am thinking about making sure that when we go in Lake Michigan, the only thing that I'm going to make sure that's protected is the feetsies. You know what I mean? Like, I got
Yeah.
Other things as well. But like, I don't want to lose, feel of the feet.
Toe. A toe with 9 toes is not enough.
Especially the big toe.
All appendages, bring them back. That should be the goal.
Sounds good. That is the plan, Jim.
That should be. That's a good plan.
It's been a fun week. We've had David Kaplan from our sister station of ESPN 1000 on. He's our resident delusional Bears fan of the South. Officially, we have my brother, who's a Bears fan. We have Jim Rutledge here, who is a Bears fan. So I'm warning all of KBN Nation to buckle up because Jim has been insufferable all week.
How am I insufferable? The Bears aren't going to win this game.
You're doing that because if the Bears win, you will be so obnoxious on Monday that everyone will want to pull their hair out.
2 hours every day this week and forever, Packers own the Bears. Bears stink. Bears suck. Bears are awful. Jordan Love's the next Hall of Fame quarterback. Justin Fields stinks. Everything's awful. But if we lose, it's still a good season. Which is it? Either the Bears stink, and if you lose, you blew it.
The great part about the Packers is they put themselves in a situation where it can be both. Because they found a franchise quarterback. And you're still looking, kid.
You don't
you're
know
still
if you found,
looking.
All right, kid, relax. You don't know if you found a franchise quarterback.
Oh, my God.
He is a franchise quarterback.
You don't. You do not know. Baker Mayfield had almost the identical statistical season to Jordan Love in his first season. Baker Mayfield, a franchise QB?
No,
he's trending that way. He is trending that way. But here's what you know for
Chris, God bless you from 4 to 6. Oh, crap. I'm joining at 5:15 today.
I'm back in here, brother.
Jordan Love unquestionably had a great football season. But to say that going forward, and oh, by the way, the second you pay him, look it up, it makes it a lot harder to get to the Super Bowl, the quarterback making the money he's going to make very quickly. But if he's good,
he's proven that he doesn't need top-end guys to have a good season. So if you get him anywhere in between a wide receiver one.
A good season, they're 8-8 right now.
The funny thing about this is, if Jim Rutledge had Jordan Love as the quarterback with these stats for the Bears,
he would be
oh my God.
It would be
sign up for 10 years.
Let's play that game. Okay, let's play that game. And if Jordan Love played for the Bears, you'd all be like, this guy stinks, just a one-year wonder.
He would suck because he'd be in the Bears organization. You clearly can't have an improved quarterback.
That you cannot have a real argument because you're just going to move the goalposts. Because one of you is a real fan, one of you is kind of a fan, and then the Brust, I don't know what Brust is, but he's along for the ride. That is for sure.
Jim, what you're speaking this hypothetical stuff because the Chicago Bears have never had a quarterback where they were actually good. Jay Cutler was meh. He was average. You know he was meh.
But here's the thing. You don't have to have, and I don't know what's going to happen, but the Bears are positioned well to make some moves. You don't have to have a franchise quarterback to be a great organization. Look at San Francisco.
That's true.
But you have to have really good talent around.
We'll see what happens. The Bears went from 3 wins to 7 wins. The Packers are the better football team this year. The Packers should win on Sunday. If they don't win, they blew an opportunity to win on the last year that Jordan Love, because they'll likely pay him next year, has a manageable contract. If they don't get this opportunity to get to the playoffs, and the Packers are title town, they're all about getting to the playoffs. They're all about Hall of Fame quarterback play. So if that's who you are, get to the playoffs and do something, because you're the great Green Bay Packers. So if you're the great Green Bay Packers and you lose to the lowly Chicago Bears, your season stinks, and the Bears did it to you. But you're not going to lose, so don't worry about it.
There's the hedge. There's the hedge, boys.
But you're not going to lose. This is not the game that's going to happen. You're not going to lose. So congratulations now on the win. You got it.
I mean, it's so hard to contradict somebody who says all the positive things. It's so true, but you don't believe it. Like you're honestly just saying that because you want to hedge your bet in the fact that if the Bears do win, you want to be able to sell it. You don't believe in your heart of hearts that the Bears are actually going to lose on Sunday.
No, I do believe. Here's Kyle. Here's exactly how it is.
Wait, hold on. How can you diminish the season the Green Bay Packers have had this year? The Green Bay Packers have
haven't diminished it yet. If they lose to the Bears, they diminished it themselves. I'm not diminishing it. If the Packers lose, they did it to themselves.
No.
If they win, unquestionably a massively successful season. If they lose, you have to suck on the Bears ending your season all off season. But it won't happen.
Go ahead, Chris. Do you guys agree that if they lose, that the season goes from sunshines and rainbows to meh?
No, Chris.
I wouldn't call it.
Can't do that.
I wouldn't call it unsuccessful.
No,
but I would call
Chris,
it meh.
you know how hard it is to find a franchise quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
you
I
know how hard that is.
I
So
know
if
how
you
hard that
find
is.
that, you're going to look back at this year and be like, wow, look what Jordan Love did with the youngest wide receivers and tight ends in all of football. No David Bakhtiari. All these things don't go his way, and he still threw for 3,800 yards and 30 touchdowns, more than any Bears quarterback ever.
Why do you use that as a bar? That is like saying that the Bears quarterbacks are the worst ever. That's not an impressive stat.
Jim, I can tell you
that's
this right
not
now.
an impressive stat.
Jesus,
pick a higher bar. Compare yourself. You call yourself Titletown, then maybe look at a Titletown like Boston with the New England Patriots or Baltimore or all the other New York, all the other teams that won more Super Bowls with less quarterback play than the Green Bay Packers. You swing down to the Chicago Bears because you got nowhere else to swing. Congratulations.
The
Bears are a horrible franchise at quarterbacks, and you got a better one than them now.
Who's on the producer board in Madison?
Congratulations.
Who's
way to go, guys.
Shut his mic off. Shut his mic off. Crosstalk's over.
You beat the Bears quarterbacks. They're so good. What a high bar to climb.
If the Packers do lose,
Bert and Ernie over there just laughing, ain't saying anything of worth of value over there.
Y'all are both so heated. I love it. This is a rivalry. Whoever's trying to act like it's not a rivalry.
No, it's not. Hey, Chris,
it's a rivalry, bro.
Chris, ask your boy Jim over there. When's the last time they beat the Green Bay Packers?
I love how he's using Chris as an
Bears won't use. The Bears won't going to win this game.
You got to use me as a buffer.
Hey, man, the Bears are the lowly Bears. If you lose to the Bears, that's all on you. You're right. They haven't lost to Matt LaFleur. Justin Fields has never beaten them. They don't win at Lambeau Field. That's why if the Packers lose, they blew it.
Look at how much anger you have. This is so
I don't
great.
have anger. You're the one. You're projecting the anger on me. Chris is sitting right next to me. I've done this show over and over.
Hang on, I am the Brad, it's your turn to speak.
Right. Obviously, an opportunity.
Jim, raise your hand on stream, and then I'll call on you.
Obviously, the opportunity to beat the Bears and make the playoffs is a huge opportunity. But this team isn't making a Super Bowl run. The most important thing from this season was, do you have a franchise quarterback in Jordan Love? Which feels to me like a resounding yes.
Is that the most important thing for a player? Chris, Brad? You're going to feel good. Hey, we got a franchise quarterback, but we lost to our Bears. We had a chance to go to the playoffs, but we lost. But hey, we got our quarterback.
Not a player, but the organization, the decision makers, that's vital.
All I'm saying that this is a fact. One, the Bears aren't going to win. But if they did, well, it's not a hedge. I want them to win, but I have no expectations of them winning. Why would I? Kyle knows all the stats. They're real stats. I have no expectations of this team winning this football game. This is not when they're going to
you can use numbers in any way to make any argument, Jim, and you're just choosing not to use the stats in the Bears' favor to help your argument because you don't.
In what favor? The Bears always lose to the Packers. Kyle's been saying them for the last 2 hours.
That's true.
For all week long.
But if you wanted to create a narrative around the Bears, you could. Justin Fields has played better since he came off of injury in Week 11. The Bears are number 1 against the run. Aaron Jones has had 100 yards the last 2 games. So all I'm saying is you can make an argument. You're just choosing not to because you're a dummy.
Justin Fields doesn't work hard. I heard that earlier. So Justin Fields doesn't work hard enough to be good. I heard that one earlier.
What?
That's what Kyle said earlier.
I mean, he's really good at fumbling in late game.
Right, exactly. You did. You said if he wanted to be better, he could work harder. I heard it earlier today.
Listen, Justin Fields is a big
argument.
Yeah, Chris
that argument's done, bro.
No.
That argument's done, bro. You can't say that. That's not real.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now. Justin Fields is a big baby, and it goes all the way back to his days at Georgia when he transferred all the way to Ohio State, and then this season.
So all the Badgers, all the players that transfer from Wisconsin are big babies.
Let him go.
Wait, is that a question? All the kids that transfer from Wisconsin are babies.
Let him go.
He made up some excuse for why he needed to transfer, and then when he was at Chicago Bears, he was already this season thinking about not being in Chicago next year, and threw his offensive coordinator under the bus. Dude does not know accountability.
Kyle, you don't know what you're talking about. Go talk to anyone in that Chicago organization. He might not be a good quarterback, but they all love him. Every single one of those
Everyone
players.
loves loving a loser. That's what Jim Rutledge and the Bears are. You can listen to them 4 to 6, 100.5 ESPN Madison. Coming up in 2 minutes, I'll be joining at 5:15 for Betting with Brust. We'll continue this conversation. We'll be back on ESPN Milwaukee streaming.
Congrats on the win.
You're the best, Jim. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Sell out with me.
We do have some backup southbound on 43 coming in from before Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive to Locust. On the northbound side, backing up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. And westbound 94, watch for delays coming from about 25th Street all the way through the stadium. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a chance for light snow later on with a low of 30. And tomorrow, light snow likely around an inch possible, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazagon, 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Brathaus, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. There's still room for the home finale against Chicago. Book your round-trip ride and get access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your game day experience a VIP experience with your official ride to Green Bay. Visit golfwanakee.com to book your trip today. Use code ESPN20OFF for $20 off your round-trip bus ticket.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It's the Bo One Bo Hour at Bo on KBN.
Kyle, I'd like to offer the yellow glasses to you because it brightens the world. You will see the world in a different lens on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. The yellow glasses. Let me clean these off for you. It's Kyle Bruston Nortman. I'm Ben Brust. Brad Nortman still staying strong with the SPF 50 on his nose.
I don't know if I got another hour in me.
Soft.
Wipe it off, Brad. I don't need you passing out while I do that.
So the reason why we're dressed like clowns getting ready to go in water is because if the Bears suck like they normally do, the Packers will get it done. Jordan Love will be great, and we'll be jumping in Lake Michigan if the Packers make the playoffs. I have cleaned off my wonderful glasses. Kyle, brighten up your world. Brighten it up.
This is interesting.
I thought you were going to say, hey.
No, this is interesting. Everything does seem brighter.
Yeah,
Are these your
wild.
happy glasses?
It's like a summer day.
They are my happy glasses. You can wear these glasses on cloudy days. I wore them. My buddy had a pair at the Trio, at the Tundra Trio, where we're going to be up there likely live streaming this game coming Sunday, and it just makes the world a better place.
Oh, wow. This is nice.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Powerful.
Wow.
No, it is.
Do you like them?
No, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't wear them. How do I look?
Well, you're always worried about how he's always worried about how he looks.
I'm self-conscious.
I can tell. 800-990-3776, the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. We got to get to pole position because we got Gary Ellerson coming up next, and GE always bringing that heat. So let's get to pole position.
Everyone's got their opinions, but we just happen to think some are better than others. Let's hit the polls. This is Pole Position. Pole Position on Kyle Bruston Nortman is presented by Great Lakes Dragway, a quarter-mile-long drag strip, plus a drift pad. Even drive your own car on the track. Find full event schedule and ticket information at greatlakesdragway.com.
Love the music. Chris Larson, you got the polls from ESPN Wisconsin shows. We answered the questions that they could, and we picked the best ones and kind of, picked the poll. You see what we're doing here? Here we go, Chris.
All right, let's start with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, weekdays 7 to 9 across ESPN Milwaukee. Which of these ESPN Milwaukee shows has the highest of standards? Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, 37%. Kyle Bruston Nortman, 13%. The Homer Hour, 48%.
Kyle, go to work.
That's disrespectful. This is I hate the poll, but I think the results is disrespectful. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Nation, they're trash. They're absolute trash.
They don't have a nation.
The club, whatever it is.
Yeah, they're
the
club.
So much smaller and weaker.
Yeah, the nasty club they got. Listen, this is a terrible poll, and I don't like the results even more. I'll crumble up paper. I need it.
You need the paper.
They got us here at 13%. They're saying our standards are lower than Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Chewy don't even be here half the dang time. Jen be gone half the dang time. I don't know who be on the show.
See, this is like a self-selection, though, right? Because they put this poll out there to their followers. So, of course, Homer, he's the elder statesman. He's going to get quite a bit. But then next is going to be Jen, Gabe, and Chewy because it's their followers. And, of course, we're going to get the leftovers. So we should do it to KBN Nation because we deserve to be in that high standard.
I'm not going to lie, boys. I think we'd fall last in that poll on our own Twitter, too.
Are you dragging us down, Ben?
Of course I am. I actually saw someone reply to the tweet and said that's the Ben Brust effect. So you guys are coming down because of me. Chris, what's next?
All right, let's stick with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. Which team is the most enjoyable for Wisconsin sports fans to beat? The Chicago Bears, 52%. The Minnesota Vikings, 26%. The Chicago Cubs, 21%. Or other, 0.5%.
So I want to start this off. I think the Bears, obviously, I see why they're majority. But theirs get something different. And I am in my Brewers Aloha looking, thingamajig here with what Kyle has announced as the biggest trader in Wisconsin sports history.
Craig Cows.
It's not the Cubs, man. It's the Cubs. It is the Cubs. And I guess we haven't felt that yet, but I think once you feel that, it might change this poll. So I'm trying to get ahead of the times.
I'm going to stick with the Bears. I mean, just the amount of delusion and insufferability of each one of those Bears fans, it's too much to take. And every time you just pour a little dirt on them and bury them and say, oh, yeah, we are the Kings of the North, feels pretty good. So put me down for the Bears.
Did you just hear what we had to deal with Jim Rutledge? This is going to the University of Wisconsin Whitewater. There were thousands and thousands of Jim Rutledges on campus. They have They just have a whole belief in a team that doesn't. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. I love watching them live in misery all the time, year after year. Definitely love this, and I love the Chicago Bears being the most enjoyable team for us to watch. Just be demoralized every year. Week 1 was fantastic.
Come on, please. Please, if this is a simulation, the Bears have to keep losing.
Yeah, right?
They got to keep pulling the strings on the hearts of the people that don't know what to have hope for. Chris?
All right, and finally, one more from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy here. How many points do the Green Bay Packers have to score against the Chicago Bears on Sunday to win? Between 14 and 17, 2%. Between 17 and 21, 9%. Between 21 and 24, 31%. Or 24 or more points, 58%.
Wow, we're getting a little crazy here with the points. 24 or more. Look, I know Jordan Love has been great, but I think if you get to 21 to 24 points, putting a lot of faith in Joe Barry, but even when they lost to the Giants, I think the Giants only scored 23, if I'm not mistaken, something around those
24.
lines. So again,
usually keeps him in the low 20s.
And I think you got to account for the divisional game, right? Divisional games always get a little wonky, in my opinion, especially with a lot on the line. Everything's going to be just that much tougher. You keep the statistics as a baseline, but you throw them out when you get in the game because it's football. It's any given Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 21 to 24 range as well. I think the Bears offense will play at a caliber to be able to score more points. I really do think, though, that they're going to turn the ball over. I think that Justin Fields is loose with the ball, both throwing and running. So I think it's going to be the turnovers that keep their point total down. 21-24 should get the win.
Yeah, we'll make that a trio here.
Hey,
Sweet.
KBN. Now, no longer Kyle Bruston negative.
Yep, I've come out.
Kyle
I had to
Bruston
end this
Norman.
on a positive note.
Well, I mean, once you heard Jim Rutledge, I mean,
yeah, I could not be on that
That
team.
was just
Nope.
so insufferable.
I never was, but.
Ugh.
You're 21-24?
Yeah, he is. And he's also going to tell us how you can get involved on ESPNWisconsinContest.com to win something great.
Oh, yeah, let me take the shades off so I can tell you about this great thing you have.
Let me get my
to it.
shades.
Here you go. Here you go, your shades back. But let me tell you, KBN Nation, if you're looking for the perfect gift for that Bucs fan in your life, perhaps a new number 0 jersey or a team hoodie to gear up for another potential deep playoff run, a $500 Bucs Pro Shop gift card.
$500?
$500 Bucs Pro Shop gift card could be yours to elevate your Bucs shopping from now through January 7th. You only got 2 more days. Visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com to register for your chance at $500 shopping spree with the Milwaukee Bucks in the Pro Shop. That is right, $500. It's that simple. Head to ESPNWisconsinContest.com. That is ESPNWisconsinContest.com to enter now to win a $500 shopping spree with the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop.
All right, there you have it. So, again, ESPNWisconsinContest.com, $500 for the Milwaukee Bucks gift shop. That's your chance to do that. But we also want to get back to hearing from you. 800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Are you more nervous or excited? I guess, I mean, we can add excited, but are you more nervous or confident? Because excited goes into more of the nerves, in my opinion. So are you more nervous or confident for Sunday? Have you guys changed your thought process at all as we've gone 2 hours and 9 minutes here?
I've moved a little bit away from nervous, a teetering on confident, but I'm still a bit more nervous than I am confident. Just because I know the psychology, what these guys are thinking, what it's like to play with nothing to lose, and then a lot to gain. So, I mean, and it's a divisional game. Man, it could go any sort of direction. A little closer to confident than when I started the show.
Yeah, see, I'm nervous, but it's like an anxious nervous, and I'm ready to go. Like, I'm excited for this game. I cannot wait to 325 when these two teams kick off and the Green Bay Packers have this opportunity, the chance to, what you guys said yesterday, carpe diem, seize the moment. When they have that opportunity to do that, I look forward to it. So I am anxious, I'm nervous, but I am ready for what could happen on Sunday, a start of something special with the Green Bay Packers under the regime of Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur as a head coach. Yeah, I cannot wait.
I will say, I think I started that like nervous, anxious, excited kind of guy, but like as I sit here and process everything that we've talked about for the last 5 days, knowing what's at stake, I feel pretty good. I feel confident. Like, I really do, because of the fact that, like, when you talk about Justin Fields, like, you're searching for things as to why he's going to be the reason why the Bears win. You're searching for the reason why the defense, who really hasn't played a true opponent the last 5 games, is going to be able to stop Jordan Love. One of their best corners, Jalen Johnson, for the Bears is doubtful. He still might play, but I guess my point is, like, I'm throwing all that out, and I think if the Packers can play the way that Jordan Love has elevated the team all year, they don't need to they don't need to be different. Like, I feel like the Bears have to overachieve in this game. The Packers just have to be who they've been for most of the year, which has been inconsistent at times, but that's been good enough to get them here, and that should be good enough to beat a Bears team.
And the thing is the Green Bay Packers are playing for something. And I know we're talking about this is the Bears Super Bowl, and they have a chance to knock the Packers out, but the Packers are able to hit them in the mouth right away. Get up early against the Chicago Bears team. Remember, the Bears have nothing to play for.
So Jair goes out there and does the coin flip, and he's not told to do it, and he says, "I want the ball." Would you like that?
I would like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm joking about the Jair part, but like, would you want the ball or would you defer?
No, I'll take the ball. Well, against this game, actually, I want my defense out there first. You know why I want my defense out there first? Because I want my no. Hear me out. Hear me out. This is an opportunity to set the tone right away with your defense. If your defense,
you want that?
If your defense can set the tone first drive against the Chicago Bears, you stall them out, you get the ball back, whether it's a turnover or whether it's they have to punt, then that means your defense right there has won one drive and has momentum and has confidence going into the second drive, shifting it over to the offense.
Didn't the Packers win the toss and receive against the Vikings?
Yeah, because they wanted to hit them off early on the road. That's exactly.
I want to hit the Bears in the mouth the same way you talked about it, especially because all the talk right now is about the Bears defense. I want Matt LaFleur to flex, have a great scripted drive, and pound it in the end zone. Pounded in the end zone. You know what was great about the way they scored the last couple of weeks is when they've been scoring, Aaron Jones has been the bulk of it. And even though A.J. Dillon might get the 1-yard touchdown, like they've been making a strong statement, in my opinion. I'm becoming more of a guy that, like, I think deferring is becoming overrated.
It depends what your strengths are of your team. But with this Packer team, I would say offense first if possible. And to your point, Kyle, you make a great point. Given the psychology of it, I think if you keep the Bears around, the scarier that becomes. But if you get up 2 scores early and it looks like a dominant football game, I do think they will cave.
Well, we know that Gary Ellerson is going to join us next, and he's got a dog-like story for us from what I hear. So go to sitmeansit.com and check out the Milwaukee and Waukesha pages because you can have that happy, confident, and obedient dog. Look no further than Sit Means Sit for all of your dog training needs. Matt's team is amazing. They will help take care of you. They've done it for so many different people, and whatever those needs are, they will help. Again, sitmeansit.com, Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. Gary Ellerson, GE, joins us next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Hey, Nasby.
What have I done that's hating today?
Jeez.
You are not a new man. I thought you were a new man today.
I'm telling you, I was good. I ate my little donut holes from Jacobson Orchard, so I was feeling good. I had a steak for lunch. I was all good.
A steak for lunch?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have some backup southbound on 43 coming in from before Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive to Locust. On the northbound side, backing up from just before Fond du Lac Avenue up to Keefe. And westbound 94, watch for delays coming from about 25th Street all the way through the stadium. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a chance for light snow later on with a low of 30. And tomorrow, light snow likely around an inch possible, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazagon, 94.5 ESPN.
The stage is set. It's Michigan and Washington battling for the title. This is Boucher Automotive College Football Championship Week. Tune into our coverage all week long and catch the game right here on 94.5 ESPN on January 8th. With 16 new car brands, over 35 pre-owned brands, and 5,000 vehicles in stock, Boucher Automotive is where you'll find your next ride. It's Boucher Automotive College Football Championship Week on 94.5 ESPN. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Ready to conquer the Midwest's premier winter playground? Then start planning a visit to Granite Peak. With over 200 acres of skiable terrain, Granite Peak has something for everyone. From beginners to seasoned pros, park skiers to mogul fanatics, and everything in between. Soar to new heights on their state-of-the-art chairlifts and warm up in the cozy historic chalet with roaring fireplaces and stunning views. A legendary winter adventure begins at Granite Peak. Don't miss out. Visit skigranitepeak.com to book your winter vacation now and for more information. Granite Peak. Legendary winters, legendary fun.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Even when the weather outside is frightful.
your energy bill could be much more delightful. Hi, I'm Gina Della from Pella. Replacing drafty windows and doors can dramatically lower your energy costs. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin offers some of the most energy-efficient windows in the industry, designed to keep the cold outside where it belongs. You'll help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st for 0% interest up to 36 months. You heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Pella's premium wood windows and patio doors feature distinguished craftsmanship and nearly endless possibilities, with maximum design flexibility in dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, profiles, product types, and more. Hurry! To get the 0% interest up to 36 months, you have to book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Bruston Nortman, 94.5 ESPN, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Oh man, GE's going on the poop list. My mans told me earlier I got to do a call at 4:15. You know, we just got to keep people accountable. Keep people accountable. Kyle Wallace changed shirts for the 4th time. Brad Nortman.
Yeah, it is the 4th time.
Is it? I just picked a number out of a hat.
2 shirts and I had my hoodie on, or the jacket.
Brad Nortman still going strong because we called him out with the SPF 50 on his nose.
I've come this far.
Are you trying to make it the whole way?
Oh, I'm going to make it at this point. I've made it this far. I will say, though, I am suffering right here, though. I am suffering because I keep on smelling this chemically sunscreen.
Wait a minute now. So the sunscreen is chemically, but it's supposed to protect you from the sun rays, but it could be harming you?
Yeah, this is why you got to get like that high-end organic
Oh,
brand.
goodness.
Oh, okay.
He's probably got that organized and packed already for his next vacation.
That's the NFL money. You can do that.
Let's bring in Gary Ellerson, former Packer, former Badger. You hear him on the Homer Hour on Fridays. You see him at the Rock and Brew Show at Potawatomi Hotel and Casino Hotel now from 6 to 8 after Packers games. GE, how you doing?
What's going on, guys?
You know, we're keeping good vibes rolling here. You know, so where I want to start here is I would be doing myself a disservice not listening to the man I love, Homer, right? Emmy Award winner. He's the man. He says, you better ask Gary about the time he was playing the Bears back in the day. Not to age you there with the back in the day thing. But apparently, you got to expand on this. You were going to fight rather than play football against the Bears?
Well, that's how it was back in the 80s. We were always going to fight. Football is different. They're soft now. These guys are soft. They don't practice. They got days off. They get paid a lot of money.
And then they punch people with helmets on, too, which is dumb.
Yeah, we did that back in the day, too. We started all that.
But you lined up against the Bears? Like, did you guys actually, get close to each other at midfield?
So let me just tell you this story here real quick. So Forrest Gregg, Vince Lombardi, Mike Ditka was the head coach of the Bears, George Halas. I mean, you know, there was close proximity there with the coach-player type of deal. So, you know, Vince Lombardi, you always heard about Vince Lombardi, rough, gruff kind of guy. George Halas the same way. And those how those guys grew up coaching the game. They grew up learning the game from those two different guys. So we go to Soldier Field on Monday night. All week long, practice was a little bit different. I mean, it was amped up. I mean, I don't know compared to for you, was it when you guys played who in basketball, it was just amped up a little bit more.
Michigan
Do you know
State.
who that was? Michigan State. So you know when you're going to go to Michigan State, you know you're circling wagons and you know what it's going to be about, right?
Physical,
so we go to
tough.
Soldier Field. Physical, tough, all that. Izzo, he's standing over there, right? He's looking rough and gruff, right?
Yes, sir.
And your guy is?
Bo Ryan.
Bo Ryan ain't taking no from nobody.
I mean, you're spot on. I mean, that's exactly what I'm feeling from Hallis and Lombardi. What the hell is going on out here?
Right. So we go in on Monday night. I'm going to age myself again. Dandy Don Meredith. Joe Willie Namath with the fur coat. Howard Cosell. And I'm going to have to say O.J. Simpson because he was there on the sideline. Sorry.
Wow.
So,
okay, wow.
Who would have won if you fought in that game?
We would have. We would have won for sure.
Did you win the game?
And no, we lost the game.
I mean, this was the 80s, Kyle.
Yeah, it's a good team.
Yeah, we didn't win. It was close, though. So we're in the locker room. So Forrest Greg's giving the pregame speech. And at the end of the speech, he says, you guys take care of the Chicago Bears. I'll take care of Mike Ditka. Okay, so now paint's coming off the wall. Paint's coming off the wall. We're getting ready to go out. We're underneath the tunnel. And so on one side is the Chicago Bears. On the other side is the Green Bay Packers. We're kind of coming out at the same time. So in front is Forrest Gregg, and down to the far right at their locker room was Mike Ditka. And then there was me. I don't know why I was up front, but I was. Ezra Johnson, Lynn Dickey, and down at the front of them, it was like Richard Dent, Jim McMahon. All of a sudden, Forrest sees Mike Ditka. They took off and started running at each other underneath the stands. We had to grab, Ezra Johnson grabbed Forrest by the waist. Richard Dent grabs Mike Ditka by the waist. And they're just screaming and hollering and foaming at the mouth at each other. So we separate them underneath the stands. That was before we had cameras underneath the stands. So we separate them underneath the stands. We put them back. And we get Forrest back. They get Mike Ditka back. And then Forrest turns around and says, boys, put your helmets on. So we put our helmets on. As we're getting ready to run out on the field, we're standing there. Fans are just dumping beer all over us. That was the first time in my life I felt like, man, I'm going to be a gladiator today.
Hey!
You got me thinking football used to be a warrior sport back in the day.
Yeah, wow, those were the days.
Back in the day, we didn't take, man, what you talking about. That's why my back hurt today. I got to get surgery.
Can't swing as much at Wisconsin indoor golf, eh?
Hey, look at you. You're fun. You're good. I like you. You're good. You know.
Gary Ellerson joining us here on Kyle Brust and Nortman 94.5 ESPN. And GE, one of the things we've been talking about is, so say it's a 4-point game, right? Either way. Would you rather, last possession, would you rather have the ball going to score with Jordan Love, or would you rather they have the ball and they're trying to score on Joe Barry's defense?
Man, we know you don't trust that defense. Give me Jordan Love, man. Come on, give me all that.
Finally.
You know,
Kyle, are you coming around
that.
this at all?
The way you got
I want you, Gary. Talk to Kyle
because Kyle would rather be up with the defense on the field. Give me the ball.
No.
2 minutes. You would rather be so Gary in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. You rather be down in the game?
No. I ain't trusting Joe Barry's defense. Cause no.
No, my whole thing is this. I'd rather have a lead, Gary. Please explain to me why you wouldn't rather have a lead.
Them jokers can't hold a lead, man. They can't hold no lead.
So you believe in Justin Fields more than you believe in the Green Bay Packers defense?
I'm not trusting our defense whatsoever. And you should not be trusting them either. They're not holding no lead.
Yeah, I thought he was smart, G, right? Like Tommy DeVito, Baker Mayfield. Like whether it was passing with Baker Mayfield or Tommy DeVito looking like Michael Vick. Like you'd think he would be like, you know what? I'd rather go out swinging with the guy who has 30 touchdowns, who's our franchise quarterback, versus trusting the guy that's not going to be here next year no matter what.
Exactly. Kyle, the three phases of the game, right? Offense, defense, special teams. Right?
Yes, sir.
Who's carrying this team?
It's Jordan Love. It is, but I'm telling you, fellas,
Offense.
I'd rather have a lead. That's what it's about. For me, I'd rather have my team up because Jordan Love did what he needed to do to get us to lead, and I'd rather have our team up in the fourth quarter. Nobody wants to play from behind. I'm going to be more nervous watching Jordan Love have to go down the field to score a touchdown to win that ball game versus seeing my defense hopefully stop Justin Fields. It's not like we're talking about Patrick Mahomes. We're not talking about Dak Prescott. We're not talking about an elite quarterback. We are talking about Justin Fields, fellas.
Well, we were talking about Tommy DeVito.
We're giving Justin Fields entirely, it was a field goal. We're giving Justin Fields entirely too much credit than we need to be giving him.
Gary, and you.
Well, how about this, Kyle? I'd rather lose with the ball in Jordan Love's hand than I would with that Green Bay Packers defense.
Pretty good.
I'll accept that.
Powerful.
Gary, you played in this rivalry. You know all its implications, and it's changed quite a bit since you played it in the 80s. But this game is unique in that the Packers have a lot to play for, playoff berth, and the Bears, they're out of it. So this is their Super Bowl last game of the year. Lay it all on the field. Who do you think has the psychological advantage or the mental advantage because of that? Do you think it's the Packers because they have so much to play for, or do you think it's the Bears because lay it out there, nothing to lose?
Nortman.
Gee.
Nortman.
I love when you call me
when Gary's
like a superhero.
When Gary's on the show, I'm calling you Brad Nortman here.
The Nortman.
Nortman. That's a great question. To me, and I feel like this, I feel like the Packers are playing with house money. I just, whether they win or lose, whether they win or lose, no one thought that they'd be in this position right now today. None of us thought that. And we know that there are a flawed team. The special teams are the most penalized team in the NFL. The defense right now gives up a ton of yards passing or rushing. The Chicago Bears right now are the number one rushing offense in the league, so I'm scared about that. And then if you look at Jordan Love, you're saying, pay Jordan Love the $50 million. We got our quarterback. So to me, we win right now if they were to lose this game. That's what kind of my bird's eye view, overall view on how this game could shape out if it were to shape out that we lost.
Hey, Chris, I want you to send that clip, the win-win-win no matter what, to Jim Rutledge, who is coping right now and trying to figure out any situation as a Bears fan to put himself in a way where he's not upset on Monday, even though he knows he's going to be regardless. Because I agree, Gary. My thing is what was the goal of this season? It was to figure out if Jordan Love was the guy. You figure out he's the guy, and that's what I'm with you with, the house money thing. You're in house money because no matter what, you are moving forward. You know how many teams right now, Gary, who are looking for a quarterback? Way too many. The Packers are not.
You know what?
They win.
Wait a minute, but one team that could be looking for a quarterback is the team you're playing on Sunday, and that's why I'm saying y'all got to trust the Packers defense. Just trust them this week.
I know.
You're there. Kyle, you're so smart. But you don't sound.
What did I say last week? I'm going to trust the Green Bay Packers defense this week because we need them to rise up. And the pendulum, the momentum, it swings. The Packers had some good games in the middle of the season defensively. Then they had some bad games. And then they had some really bad games. And then what happened last week? I know it was against Jaron Hall, but Tommy DeVito carved us up. You don't need to be a superstar quarterback to carve up the Packers defense. And what did the Packers do
What did you say about Jaron Hall? He got benched at halftime.
No, I'm saying he played against Jaron Hall, and I'm saying Tommy DeVito carved us up. We were able to slow down Jaron Hall. It's not saying much, but Jaron Hall and Tommy DeVito are in the same boat. They're the same. One guy drafted, one
Look at what names you're using right now.
The Packers have been burned by much worse quarterbacks than Fields.
No, what I'm saying is this: is that the pendulum of momentum swinging back in a direction right now could be the moment where that pendulum is swinging back. We're not facing a juggernaut offense in the Chicago Bears. They don't even have a guy that they know that they want to be there for the future. That's what I'm saying, is that there is a chance that the Packers defense can actually show up on Sunday.
GE.
That's crazy.
This is what we've been dealing with all day.
Kyle.
It showed up last week.
The Chicago Bears have the number one rushing offense in the league. What have our defense done to stop the run?
They've given up 4 200-yard rushers, GE.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Y'all don't sound confident in this team.
No, we believe in them to win with the guy that's gotten us here.
I believe on Sunday Jordan Love will lead this team to victory, but it has to be a team performance, and it's going to be Jordan Love.
He wants to have his cake and eat it too.
I got my cake and eat it too last week, and I hope I can have it again. I just don't. I don't believe in the Chicago Bears, and that's what it comes down to. I don't believe in Joe Barry either. So, again, two things I don't believe in. I'm going to lean with the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers can keep the Chicago Bears 21 points and under. They can do that, and the Green Bay Packers can score 27 points this Sunday. That's what I believe as well. The Green Bay Packers have a good chance of winning because their defense will be just good enough to win the game on Sunday, and the offense will be clicking as well.
Joined by Gary Ellerson here on Kyle Brust Nortman. You're going to hear GE on the Homer Hour from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Also catch him on the Potawatomi show from 6 to 8 at Rock and Brews. That will be on Monday, right, GE?
Yes, sir, with my good friend Greg Matzik.
Yes, sir. I want to give you the final word here and keep it all vibes up here, all positive.
Okay.
What do you got? Why is this going to happen the right way for the Green Bay Packers on Sunday?
Well, listen, there's never a sure thing, right? But I feel it's going to be about Jordan Love. We all know that, and I feel as though it's going to be offense. I think if Christian Watson can play, that swings it really towards this offense. I feel like if Luke Musgrave can get back and play, that carries it towards this offense a little bit more. But the Chicago Bears defense is playing some of the best defense within the last 5 weeks since they picked up Montez Sweat. You guys know they got our guy T.J. Edwards and Jack Sanborn, two Badgers over there on the other side. Those guys play lights out. So, but what I feel confident about is Jordan Love and his weapons. I heard Adam Stenavich today in his presser, and someone asked him, they said, you don't have a number one receiver like you did when you had Devontae Adams. Seems like you guys got like a lot of these guys, and they all are good, and wouldn't you like to have a number one receiver? And Adam Stenavich paused and said, yeah, I would, but what we have right now is a quarterback that reads the defense and throws to the open man.
Yes, sir. Malik Heath open, drops a pass. Guess what? He reads the defense. Malik Heath open, catches the next pass. And I know we're talking about Malik Heath, but that's what Jordan Love is trusting, and that's how he's grown so much that it doesn't matter who is out wide or in the slot or in tight end. Musgrave went down. You know who's been great? Tucker Kraft. Right? Again, I'm with you, GE. You're speaking just brilliance today. It's nice to have that on the show.
Yeah, you guys are great.
We need more Packer positivity. Either you all in or you not.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, man?
What are you talking about? Talking about course I'm all in.
I heard Gary talking about the most penalized special teams.
Oh, my God. He ain't lying.
Y'all got to be all in.
I'm all in.
This is.
But I ain't no.
He's no fool.
But I ain't no fool. Ain't no fool ain't gonna trust the defense.
Calling me a fool, baby. I'm a fool, baby.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna be fooling into that lake on next week when we jump in that lake.
You jumping in Lake Michigan with us if they win?
Hey, y'all gonna have an ambulance out there?
Hey, Gary, they gonna have to have one because I'm nervous too.
All right, Gary. Well, you have a great weekend, and we look forward to talking to you next week. All right.
You guys are great. Thanks. Bye.
That's Gary Ellerson here. I'm on the Homer Hour from 5 to 6. Kyle, tell us again the great things the Milwaukee Bucks got going on, kid.
Oh, we got it again, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I got to remind everybody, listen, you already heard me say it before. For anybody that's a Bucks fan, if you know a lot of Bucks fans around here, we have a great opportunity for you. You have a chance to purchase a new number 0 jersey or get yourself a nice Bucks hoodie for a potential playoff run that we have. We have a chance for you to win a $500 Pro Shop gift card for the Milwaukee Bucks. This could be yours, and you can elevate your Bucks shopping from now through January 7th. 2 more days. Visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com. That is ESPNWisconsinContest.com to register for your chance at a $500 shopping spree. That's right. Wow. $500 shopping spree. It is that easy. Head to ESPNWisconsinContest.com to get entered today.
Green Bay Props and Preview presented by Sit Means Sit. That's coming up next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Is steak appropriate for lunch, and then your thoughts on Jordan Love?
Oh, absolutely. Steak's appropriate, especially if you cut it up, put it on salad. Woo! Steak's good anytime.
Those all meat, baby. No salad for me today.
Yeah, you like that.
Presented by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Well, we have a crash now on the ramp from Beecher Street to northbound 4394. Watch out for those delays there. Otherwise, southbound on 43, we're seeing backups from Silver Spring all the way to Locust. Back on the brakes from Kilbourne down through the Marquette. Northbound's going to be slow from Fond du Lac up to Keefe, and westbound 94 slowing from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy with a chance of light snow later on, a low of 30. Then tomorrow, light snow likely around an inch possible, a high of 35. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Bikers need protection, not just from other drivers, but unfortunately from insurance companies too. If you've been injured in a motorcycle crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Bikers are often blamed for causing the accident because the insurance companies simply don't want to pay. At Gruber Law Offices, we've been fighting for injured bikers and their families for more than 30 years. Trust us to fight for what you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
I'm joined by Dr. Rick Papandrea. What's the process when deciding if someone needs surgery or not?
The surgeons here are just that. We are surgeons, but all orthopedic surgeons evaluate a patient and attempt to get them better without surgery. And then we have other non-surgeons here as well. Everybody is coordinated to get people better. And if we can do that without surgery, great. It's typically the best way to get somebody better. But there are just certain injuries that won't get better on their own. They fail to get better without surgery, or they're clearly such that they need surgery.
Does someone's personal interest and feelings play into medical decisions?
We have to look at the patient and decide what's best for them. It's always good to ask the doctor, what would you do? But I always turn that back around and say, well, I'm not you. Let's look at what you need, because some patients may have the exact same sort of needs that I have, but what I need or what I think will work isn't always the best thing for the patient given their specifics.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Get to and from every home game in Green Bay this football season safely. Milwaukee Broadhouse, Jack's American Pub, and Wanakee Golf Course all offer transportation on game days. Book your round-trip ride from any of these locations and get complimentary access to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at the bar on Holmgren Way. Make your reservations now. There's still room for the home finale against Chicago. Visit MilwaukeeBroadhouse.com to book your trip today and use code ESPN20OFF for $20 off your round-trip bus ticket.
Homer here. There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are. She wants a diamond. You know it, I know it, and Robert Hack Diamonds knows it too, because they offer a huge selection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. How about 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $9.99? Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. Don't buy until you call Robert Hack Diamonds. $9.99 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Oh, baby! Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and Brookfield. Why overspend when you could save at Robert Hack Diamonds for the same diamond you're looking for? Better for less. Some jewelers are charging nearly $5,000 for a lab-grown diamond. Not Robert Hack. Your visit will be worth it. Robert Hack also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. They got some of mine. Remember, before you do anything, call Robert Hack Diamonds. Visit RobertHackDiamonds.com for information, RobertHackDiamonds.com, and visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light, the official beer of the NFL, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've all heard about how testosterone can play a factor in our life and to us as men, but it plays a factor in how we gain muscle, build tone, and perform in the bedroom. But more than that, it can help with energy, concentration, mood, weight management, and even heart health. And the big one there is energy, especially as we get into the new year, right? You need the energy to accomplish all of your goals for 2024. That's why I've teamed up with Lindsay's team at Forward Healthy Lifestyles. So go to book a free confidential consultation at forwardhealthylifestyles.com. Did the blood work, got the blood draw, figured out where I was deficient, and we've created a plan to get myself with the energy that I need with, what's coming. Guess what? A kid. A kid doesn't slow down. A kid keeps going, and you got to keep going too. So that's why I'm working with them for my energy and everything else in between. FordHealthyLifestyles.com. Kyle Brust and Nortman, 94.5 ESPN. I'm Ben Brust. He's Kyle Walsh. He's Brad Nortman. We're looking just beautiful on stream. Like it's a sunny, beautiful day on the beach because we're getting ready to jump in Lake Michigan after the Packers beat the Bears on Sunday. Yes, we're starting to get more confident. Call us stupid. Call us whatever you want, but that's what we're rolling with the rest of the time, and we're going to get you ready with Green Bay props and preview.
Here's an idea. Why don't you give me half the money you were going to bet? Then we'll go out back, I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Gather around, degenerates. It's time for the GBPP. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman are here to tell you how they plan to lose their money this weekend. This is the Green Bay Props and Preview.
Every week, we take a look at what matters most in the game that is upcoming for the Green Bay Packers. And so we have a couple ready to go as we help you prepare. Chris.
All right, we already talked about the game itself. Who's going to win, the Packers or the Bears? The Packers favored by 3. But how about the total points between both teams? Over under 45 points total between the Packers and Bears.
I know this may sound crazy, but I believe it's a little bit high in my opinion. I think divisional game, everything's just going to be a little bit tougher, right? I think the teams know each other well. They've had, from week 1 to week 18, a lot has changed, right? That 37-20 victory, I think it was, whatever it was an Aaron Jones game, and then he got hurt running into the end zone. So much has happened since then. Give me the under in this game. It's going to be tough. It's not because of Joe Barry. It's not because of the Bears. It's a combination of Bears defense plus divisional matchup.
Boy, that week 1 matchup feels like forever ago.
That feels like not even in this lifetime.
It's crazy. Give me the over. I think points are going to be scored. I think that Joe Barry's defense is going to do what Joe Barry's defense does, which is bend and it sometimes breaks, but it doesn't break enough. I think the Packers and Jordan Love come to play. It's a stout, Chicago defense, but I still think they're going to score 28 points for the Packers offense, and I think the Packers defense are going to hold them to 21. So give me the over on the points for total.
I'm going under, slightly under, because I think the Packers score like 24 points around that, and I think they're holding about 17. So I actually think the Green Bay Packers defense. I'm told you, I'm riding with the defense.
You're buying a lot of stock in the wrong place.
I am all in on Jordan Love, and I'm all
it's a low
in
price
on
to
the
buy.
Green Bay Packers. That's what I am this Sunday, and so I'm going with the under only because the defense will do something well, and the Green Bay Packers will keep doing what they're doing on offense, and that is excelling.
Buy low, sell high. You're buying at the lowest point. I'll give you that. Chris,
right,
what's
Kyle's
next?
Kyle's in on Jordan Love. How about Aaron Jones? Over under 62.5 total rushing yards for the Packers running back.
Back-to-back 200-yard games for Aaron Jones, according to the research of the KBN Nation Institute. Aaron Jones has not had a game in which he has gone 3 straight with 100 yards rushing. That being said, I still believe what Aaron Jones has showed is that he's still got it, man. Like, I'm not saying against the number 1 run defense he's going to go for 100, but it's been a difference maker. And I think they've been leaning into the fact that, like, if you get him in the right spots, if you get him out wide, like, you can do different things with him. A toss out wide, you can run between the tackles, just continue to mix up the variety of runs, and he'll get you over 62.5.
Not only has Aaron Jones not done that completely in his career, go for 100 yards 3 straight, no Packer running back has ever run for 120 yards in 3 straight games. If he runs for 120
Did he do 120 the last 2?
Yes.
Wow.
So if he goes for over 120, first time ever in Packer history that will have been done, it won't happen.
Stop with that.
Okay. I like the build up and the build and the tear down. He will go over 62.5 though. He will go
Don't
over
make me throw this ball at you again.
He'll go over 62.5, and honestly the Packers need him to. And he's capable of that. A healthy Aaron Jones, he's going to get somewhere between 80 and 100.
Listen, Matt LaFleur understands that Jordan Love is the heart and soul of this team when it comes to being the quarterback, but Aaron Jones is the man of this team as well, and Aaron Jones needs to be fed the rock on the ground and passing. So I think this is an easy over. Aaron Jones is going to have a big day not only on the ground but also through the air, just like he did the first time through the air against the Chicago Bears. He's going to have a field day on Sunday.
And wrapping up Packers props and preview here, we talk a lot about Justin Fields, but how about his go-to target on offense, DJ Moore, over under 66.5 total passing or total receiving yards for his wide receiver?
I'm guessing that's a typo, right? 66.5. I don't think I've ever seen 66.6.
Yeah, 66 and a half.
The devil's alive. The devil is alive.
Over or under then? I guess under. You're going below.
I'm going to go under just because of the fact that Justin Fields is his quarterback, and I really think, again, I am a big believer in Jair Alexander this week because I believe Jair is a gamer. I don't care what happened this year. When the bright lights are going to be on, I know when this moment Jair is going to step up, and I think we slow down DJ Moore, and he doesn't have a great quarterback, so I'm going to go under 66 and a half.
I'm going to go under as well. I wouldn't have said this last week, but he ended up doing a really good job against Addison and Jefferson, and he is a runner. Fields wants to run first. I feel like this is going to be like a 150-yard passing game for Justin Fields, and Justin Moore's going to get some, but not 66. He's going to focus on running more than throwing. So give me the under for DJ Moore.
Yeah, I got DJ Moore over 66 and a half receiving yards here for the reasons that you talked about, not in the last statement you made, but for earlier about the total points. It's a bend but don't break defense. DJ Moore is a guy that can get you bulk yards after catch. You can throw it to him out wide off the line of scrimmage. He can be intermediate. Like, he's a versatile wide receiver one. I think he's going to find his way to get yards, but that doesn't mean that's going to convert in the red zone where it gets a little tighter for a rushing quarterback to actually score touchdowns.
Maybe he gets late garbage yards. Maybe that.
I mean, it's not crazy to say DJ Moore's going to get over 65 and a half.
I'm telling you, I'm putting all positive energy up in.
All right, I like it. That's what your role is here. To be honest, like it is. It is the Packer. You're the Packer backer, baby. Packer backer. And as we've talked about, sitmeansit.com, Milwaukee and Waukesha pages, Green Bay Game Day post-game show, dog of the game. Here's what we're going to do. Who's your dog of the game prediction?
Right now?
Yeah.
My dog of the game is going to be Carrington Valentine.
Oh, wow.
Listen,
don't hate it.
But listen, there's going to be two dogs barking on offense, Jordan Love and Aaron Jones. But I'm going to give it to Aaron Jones. You know why? Because he's been on this team a very long time, and it's going to be nice to see him go from going to the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers and now being part of the Jordan Love era. So I'm going to go with Aaron Jones to be the dog of the game.
I love that. I'm gonna take a swing with this. Right, this to me is just like, where can we find a fun prediction here? How about the guy that we've talked about that has not delivered, Jair Alexander as the dog,
like that value pick.
Of the game. Sitmeansit.com. Check out the Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. We wrap up Kyle Brust and Nortman with good vibes only. Getting you ready for Packers Bears on Sunday. That's next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, presented by Bud Light.
Jordan Love is the first black starting quarterback for real since, who was it, Lynn Dickey?
Lynn Dickey. Wait, Lynn Dickey was no damn black.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Any prediction for the game on Sunday?
Probably about 59-0.
Wow! What are you talking? You must really hate the Bears.
Doesn't everybody? The Bears still suck.
The Bears still suck.
Green Bay Game Day live from the shadow of Lambeau Field with Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Tori Lowe, and Jason Wilde. Green Bay Game Day kicks off our coverage Sunday starting at noon, right here on 94.5 ESPN.
Like they say, the Bears still suck.
Even when the weather outside is frightful, your energy bill could be much more delightful. Replacing drafty windows and doors can dramatically lower your energy costs. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin's energy-efficient windows keep the cold outside where it belongs. You'll help kick the January blues when you choose to book by the 31st for 0% interest up to 36 months. You heard that right. No interest for up to 36 months if you book by January 31st. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust. Men can be their own worst critics, especially as we get older and compare our current self to the younger version. The experts at Forward Healthy Lifestyles in Germantown help men with testosterone optimization, regenerative medicines, heart health screenings, weight loss, and yes, sexual enhancement services. Forward Healthy Lifestyles can offer regained energy and endurance, more muscle and tone, enhanced performance, joint therapies, and more. Change your life and stop comparing who you are now to who you used to be. Visit forwardhealthylifestyles.com for a free consultation.
Join the Brewers at the all-new Winter Warm-Up Fan Event Saturday, January 13th. See your favorite Brewers players in a fun-filled live show and get early access to purchase opening day tickets. Don't miss out on the fun. Get tickets now at brewers.com/winter warm-up.
People across Wisconsin are enjoying the rewards, stability, and flexibility of a career in healthcare. Why not you? Wish Caregiver Careers can get you started as a certified direct care professional. You'll learn the skills you need to make life better for older adults or people with a disability. All training is free and online. Plus, earn $500 in bonuses. Start your new career. Sign up today at wiscaregivercdcp.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
I haven't had anything to eat for days, and being hungry hurts.
Going without oil changes can destroy your engine, but it doesn't compare to the effect of going without food. That's why the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee is determined to make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through the end of February, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 13 years, Adam has donated over $820,000, providing more than 2.4 million meals to people across southeastern Wisconsin, the majority being children and seniors. And with today's ongoing challenges, the need is greater than ever. So help the hungry while helping your vehicle. Get your oil changed by Adam Dealer Factory Trained Techs at a price as low or lower than independent shops. Visit an Adam member dealer near you.
For a list of participating dealers, visit adamm.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilding for Associated Bank. Here in Wisconsin, we love our sports year-round, right down to the Packers games and Lambeau snow. If you want to show your love for the green and gold every day, you got it with Associated Bank's exclusive Packers checking account. A one-of-a-kind debit card, a 10% discount at the Packers Pro Shop, plus everything you'll score as an Associated Bank customer. Best of all, you'll get a banking partner based right here in the Midwest. Visit AssociatedBank.com/Packers to get started today. You've got this with Associated Bank. Member FDIC.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Tell me.
Come on and get down on it. Oh yeah, it's time to get down on it. And you know what you need to get down on? You need to
Last
get down.
chance.
Yes. You need to get down on this last chance. You only have 2 days left to register for this $500 Bucks Pro Shop gift card.
Wow.
Last chance. It ends on January 7th. I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it slow. Head to ESPNWisconsinContest.com and get entered today. That is ESPNContest.com.
ESPN Wisconsin Contest.
ESPNWisconsinContest.com and get entered
I got
today.
this. ESPNWisconsinContest.com for your chance to win a $500 Milwaukee Bucks gift card.
Like he said, better do it now. ESPNWisconsinContest.com to win that $500 gift card.
I'm just helping out Kyle because I know his emotions are very, very high right now because we're getting closer every second. We're counting the seconds. Actually, we're not, but I wish we were. I wish they'd give a seconds update until they kick off at 3:25 on Sunday. Jim Nance, Tony Romo on the call. Bears, Packers, and it's time to do what you've done. Kyle, give me the stats. Give me the stats now.
The Green Bay Packers have won the last 9 games. Against the Chicago Bears. The Green Bay Packers have won 13 of the last 14 games and the last 13 of the last 15 games at Lambeau against the Chicago Bears in this series. They have dominated this series absolutely, and it's been dominating play by what? What has been the common denominator against the Chicago Bears?
Great quarterback play?
Great quarterback play. You went from Brett Favre, who was a stud. You went to Aaron Rodgers, who was a stud. And I'm going to say it today. I'm going to say it right now. If Jordan Love can lead this team to victory, as I believe he will, lead this team to victory against them, he will end up having a better career as the Green Bay Packers than Aaron Rodgers. And when I say that, I'm talking about championship.
Wait a minute. Wait, hang on, real quick. I need a timeout real quick. You're listening to Kyle Brust and Norman on 94.5 ESPN. I'm Ben Brust. Kyle Wallace is talking right now, and I'll give you a chance to talk more, and Brad Nortman's here with me. But I just want to go on record and saying Kyle Wallace has said that Jordan Love's going to be an NFL Hall of Famer, and that Jordan Love is going to have a better career than Aaron Rodgers, and we're 16 games into his career.
A better Packers career. When I say that is this. Jordan Love has an opportunity to take a team that Aaron Rodgers wanted nothing to do with to a place that Aaron Rodgers could not take him to, and that is the playoffs last year. And so in your first year, if you're able to take a team to the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers couldn't do that his first year as a starter, nor could Brett Favre. He has also surpassed Aaron Rodgers for most touchdown passes as a first year as a starter. What he is doing is special, and what he is doing with this team, first year in the playoffs, and everybody in the league already knows they have some great weapons. Just think about what they're going to be. So yes, I did say it here today. If they beat the Chicago,
I shouldn't have called him a Packer backer earlier.
Listen,
he changed.
Listen, if they beat the Chicago Bears tomorrow,
you're just a little
Sunday, and they go to the playoffs, this will be the start of something special. And Jordan Love has the opportunity to surpass Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not talking about statistics and more touchdown passes. I'm talking about accolades. And the thing that matters the most is what?
Well, it's supposed to be Title Town.
Super Bowls, and he can be the one to bring the Title Town moniker and label truly back to Green Bay. And it all starts on Sunday. That's why this game is such a big game.
So by saying that Jordan Love's going to have a better career than Aaron Rodgers, that means he's going to at least win two Super Bowls.
Or get to at least
5 MVPs.
No. It's not about the individual accolades. I'm telling you this right now.
So now we're making Super Bowls a QB stat.
No, listen. All I'm saying
this is one wild way to end this before the Bears game.
Okay, for him to be like, listen, I'm not crazy right now. It's the wildest thing in the world. We're a little punch drunk right now. I think we need to focus on the Bears. We're focusing on the Bears, Kyle. We've been doing it the last 3 hours.
This is a big game. This can start his legacy. This can build what the legacy can be.
Let's start there.
This is
on Monday, I'll take all your hot takes.
I'm saying this is what it can be, fellas. This is what it can be.
This is what you're going to hear on Sunday from noon until 3:15 on the Green Bay Game Day pregame show.
30 touchdowns, and nobody in Packers history has thrown 30 touchdown passes in their first season as a starter, except for the man starting on Sunday for the Packers. Y'all better believe.
This is our Packer backer, Kyle Wallace. Oh, wow is right. Whew. Brad Nortman was a negative Nelly, and I'm riding the Jordan Love train because we've had $35,000 raised to Guarding Against Cancer thanks to Jordan Love's touchdown efforts, rushing or throwing since the Chiefs game. I hope he gets at least 2 more to $40,000 for Guarding Against Cancer, and then we might get a little juice bump in the playoffs. 1 game special, donations, I've heard from the pledgers. Everyone, enjoy the weekend, get to 325 safely, and let's enjoy the Bears still sucking, baby. Let's enjoy it. Packers, Bears, 325. We will see you Monday. Chris, play us out. Homer Hour up next.
Bit of a backup along southbound 43, basically from Silver Spring down past Locust, then back on the brakes from Fond du Lac down through the Marquette. Northbound side slow from Fond du Lac up to Keith. Westbound 94, you're seeing backups from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by Evans Transportation in Delafield, where they provide customized logistics solutions to keep you and your business moving forward.